Let me just adjust the camera a little bit. Let me get it a little bit closer to me as well. Yeah, off we go. Let's adjust the lights a little bit, make it a little bit warmer. My name's Brad. This is the Let's Get Inspired Live vlog. This is a random one. This is episode 86. The title for today is I'm reading every comment community live. So it is really random. I've not even got a script. Today is Monday. I think it's the 8th of February. Forgive me if I'm wrong, or 9th of February. Forgive me if I'm wrong there. All comments responded to. One moment. And then I'm going to put community led live. Let's go with that. Here we go. Let's see if that's working. That's working. Okay, this is really random. I wasn't going to do one today. I've been busy all day, been out all day, but here I am. Hi, Yorick. How are you? Yorick saying, hi, Brad. Just working out, so we'll hear, but won't chat much. No worries, Yorick. That's fine. No worries, mate. Hope you're doing okay. Are you working out? What workout are you doing? You might not even be able to type that in. It's good to hear that you're working out, though. It's good to keep moving, isn't it? Keep yourself strong, keep yourself active, keep yourself on it. That's good to hear. I hope this is working as well. Yeah, so, yeah. The Ronaldo workout is on YouTube. I've never even heard of the Ronaldo workout. I know that Ronaldo's a very super fit guy, super fit athlete. I know that much. But what was I going to say then? I've never seen that workout, Yorick. I'll have to check that out, see what it consists of. I know that Ronaldo's. What was I going to say then? I know that he's a super fit guy. I know that much. I know he's a very fit, strong person, let's say that. But I've never seen that particular workout. So anyway, what we're going to talk about today, man. I'm just going with the flow. I've been out all day. I've actually got a week off this week. So basically, I'm not at work this week. I've been out all day. I've had a really good day. I've been to York. Has anyone ever been to York before? York, the city. It's like a medieval city. And I went to the York Minster today. York Minster, which is it's a huge cathedral. You've got to pay to get in a lot of the time. But you get a year pass, and it is absolutely fucking stunning inside. Even if you're not religious, it doesn't matter. I went inside York Minster. Sorry, Sander. Thank you for correcting me. York Minster I went to today. It was absolutely amazing. Oh my God, it is stunning in that building. The architecture, the detail, it's just really big. I think it took 250 years to build, if not longer. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears must have gone into that. It's steeped in history. And then you can see the ruins underneath it, like the Roman ruins. You can see and touch and everything. It's amazing. And York itself, the city of York itself, is not Minster. Thanks, Sander. You've corrected me there. It's called York Minster. Yeah, York Minster. It's just a big old building, old church, isn't it? Cathedral. It's bloody amazing. And I don't think anywhere in York, nowhere else is allowed to build the buildings as tall as York Minster either. That's where I've been today. So it took about 2 hours to get there. I've been in York. I had a cheeky Nando's when I was there. It was just a really nice day. Positive. And I wasn't working, which is great. It's nice to have some time off. Yorick saying Einstein used to sit and watch me work out. I missed that. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Yorick. I'm sorry to hear that about you missing Einstein. It's understandable. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope that you're okay. Sandy saying Yorick is going to become the new Ronaldo, lol. Yeah, if you became, imagine if you earned Ronaldo's wages for one fucking week, you'd be laughing for life. If you earned Ronaldo's wages for one day, you'd be in a good position. Imagine that. Anyway, maybe it's possible. Who knows? Sander's saying it was a lovely day, Brad. Thanks for everything. It's all right, Sander. It was good. It's nice to do those things, isn't it? It's nice to visit places. It's nice to enjoy days out. It's nice to treat yourself. I know you can't always do it because of money, because of time, because of resources or whatever it is, but it's really important just to go to see new places, or even if you've been there before, go to nice places. I went to York Minster today. I've never been in that building in my life. It was fucking absolutely stunning. It was really, 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 really nice. So has anyone here who's watched ever been to York, the city in England? Has anyone ever been there? Is the question. Of course, anyone that's watching, I'll respond to all comments. This is just a community-led live, really. I'm going with the flow. It's all good. It's a nice, chilled little chat. Nothing too heavy. If it goes deep, it goes deep, but I'm not going to I'm just going with the flow. That's it. Anyway, let me just see. You already said it's a light workout. It's not his full actual workout. I can imagine Ronaldo's workout to be very extensive, and all the massages he gets and everything as well. Yorick. I'll check it out, though. It'll be interesting to see that. Sander saying, Yorick, you're a great person. You made me laugh with the Ronaldo workout. It's good to work out. Good to keep moving. Sander saying that she loves York. York's stunning, man. They've really maintained the authenticity of it, the history of it. They really, really have done a great job with that. There's a lot of opportunities there. There's a lot of money there. It's quite an affluent area. Is York in England? It's a really nice part of England. If you imagine, the culture of England, and some places don't have much culture. Let's be honest. In England, they're a bit run down and a bit depressing. But York, Oxford, Bath, Edinburgh, the list can go on as well. Canterbury. Etc., Stratford upon Avon. These places, you'd think, these places are very affluent areas steeped in history, and are lovely places to visit. Okay, let me carry on. Yorick saying he's got loads of exercise equipment at home and his own gym and swimming pool. So here, a lot of his secret workout that he doesn't show to public. Okay, cool. Yeah, I can imagine he's got everything. Yorick, Ronaldo. Oh my God. Sandy saying, "Oh, nice to Yorick." LOL. Macy Cross. Hi, Macy. My name's Brad. If you've never met me before, I hope you're okay, Macy. Why are you awake at 9:30 p.m. in the UK? I'm there too. LOL. Macy, yeah. I'm still going. I've not got work tomorrow, Macy. I've got a week off. So, yeah, that's why I'm still awake. I hope that you're okay. Nice to meet you, by the way. I don't think I've seen you here before. Sandra says hi too. Macy says hello back. Sandra says like and subscribe, everyone. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you to anyone that's liked. Thank you to anyone that's subscribed. I'll just pin that message. Thanks. Sandra's saying, how are you, Macy? Do you go to bed early then? I do that sometimes. I love going to bed early sometimes. I sound really boring, but it's nice. It's really nice. Mason Tyree says hi. Hi, Mason. Nice to meet you. Hope you're okay. Macy says saying WDYM. I don't know what that means. Sorry. Bob. Hi, Bob. My name's Brad. Nice to meet you. Hope you're okay. Sandra says hello to Mason. Bob says hi. Macy says hello to Sander. Bob says hello. I'm reading all the comments the best I can. Sanderson saying, Macy, you ask why are you awake at 9:20 p.m. LOL. Okay. Lil is saying, good evening. Hi, Lil. I think I've seen you on here before. Correct me if I'm wrong. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think I've seen you here before. I hope you're doing okay. Nice to see you here again. Bob says hello again. Hello back again, Bob. Santa says good evening to Lil. Yorick says week off, woohoo. Yes, it's nice to get a week off. It's good to have a job. It's good to work or go to college or university or school or whatever it is you're fucking doing. It's good to be useful. It's good to be busy. Don't get me wrong. It's good to work on yourself. It's good to work out like Yorick's doing. These are all positive things. These are all important things depending on what you want out of life. But sometimes it's just good to chill the fuck out. It's good to relax and just slow down a little bit. Slow the mind down a little bit. Get a bit calmer. Get a bit, get a bit more in the now. Just appreciate the now. Appreciate the present. And just relax. Therefore, what's it called? You're just resetting your nervous system. Releasing the stress kind of thinking. Anyway, I'll carry on. Usually I've got like a script. A lot of the time I have a script or a bullet points of a script, which I add my own opinions onto. Today I've not. I'm just reading what you guys are writing about. So you guys you're dictating the conversation. So anyway, Bob says, I'll keep going. Bob says hi again. Mason says good evening. Good evening, Mason. Santa says hi to Bob Guy. Santa says Yorick, yay, for the week off. Bob says hello back to Sander. Yorick saying, are you going to any place in the UK on your week off, Brad? Or is it too cold right now? Well, today I've been to York, Yorick. Have you ever been to York? It's well worth a visit. Been there today. And then on Saturday, which is 2 days ago, I quickly went to, where did I go? Oh my, Harrogate. I went to Harrogate, which again, both of these places are in Yorkshire, North England, and they're both nice places. York's the best place, though, in my opinion, compared to that and Harrogate, but they're both nice. Bob's saying W stream. What does that mean, Bob? I don't know what that means. Macy saying, my name is pronounced Macy Call. Okay, Macy Call. Thank you for correcting me. Sanders giving a wave. Macy, I hope I'm saying it right. You are saying my name wrong. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Macy, sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. It's not intentional. I do get those things wrong sometimes, but thank you for correcting me. I hope, Macy, hope I'm saying it right now. If I'm not, just correct me. It's fine. Lil is saying, yeah, I've been here before. I'm doing okay. I thought you had. I'm glad that I remembered. I'm glad that I remembered your name. Okay, hope you're all are too, Lily's saying. Yeah, thank you. We are. We're doing all right, man. Yorick saying W means win. So he's saying win stream. Oh, nice one. Thanks, Bob. Thanks for, and also thank you, Yorick. So, Macy, I'm saying it wrong. You are not. So help me out with that. Help me out with that. Type something in. Type something to help me break down your name in a few words so I can pronounce it correctly, if that's what you want me to do. Maisie, not Maisie. Is it Maisie? Maisie, is it that one? We'll get there eventually. It must be really annoying for you. Sorry, I can't hear it. I can only. Maisie. Okay, Maisie. Thank you. No worries. Thanks for correcting me. And I apologize for getting it wrong. It's not intentional, of course. Yorick Sensei, it's basically slang for saying something is doing great. So W is for win. Oh, that's good. Thanks, Yorick. Mason is saying, do you know where Belfast is? Yeah, it's in Ireland. I've never been to Ireland, if I'm honest. I've been to Scotland, I've been to Wales, but I've never been to Ireland. And I would like to go. Mason, you've just given me an idea and reminded me that the fact I need to go. But I do know where Belfast is. Are you from there, Mason, is the question. Sanderson saying it's Maisie, not the other one. Okay. Hopefully I'm getting it right now. Maisie. Got you. Lucas. Hi, Lucas. How are you? Hope you're all right. How are you doing? Sandra says hello back to you, Lucas. Mason is saying yes. How's life in Mason? Can you answer this question then? What's life like in Belfast? Is it a good place to live? Is it expensive? Is it euros there? Forgive me if I'm wrong. I've never been. Is it worth visiting? Obviously, there's Dublin and Belfast, and there's a lot of other places in Ireland, but I'm not very well educated on the geography of Ireland, if I'm honest. Mason saying religion is key. Oh, it's very old school, isn't it? Catholic, is it? There's Catholic and there's Protestant. Oh, the old Catholic Protestant bloody argument exists there still, doesn't it? To an extent. Thanks to Henry VIII. That must have caused a lot of problems going back into history there. Yeah. So there you go. Religion is key there in Belfast, let's say. Hi, Genuine Guy. Welcome back. Genuine Guy says, good evening, sir. How's he been? I've been good. I've got the week off, Genuine Guy, which is nice. I'm not working. I've been to York today. The city, York. Have you been there before? It's a nice place. Well worth visiting. Yeah, I've had a good day out. And I've only got back around 30 minutes ago. I've been out all day. I've been out for like 11 hours today. Enjoying my day. And I just felt like doing a live, so here I am. Sanders then saying, sounds like Croatia, LOL, Mason. Religion is big there too. Yeah, it is in Croatia. Absolutely. Absolutely. Matty Marsh says hi. Hi, Matty. How are you doing? My name's Brad, by the way. Nice to meet you. Hope you're okay. Sanders says hello to Matty. Genuine Guy says, I've done 8 tours in Northern Ireland in the 1980s. Wow. 8 tours. That's a bloody lot. Genuine Guy, that's a lot. God, I can imagine you've seen a lot there. Wow. I can imagine you've seen a lot there. That's all I've got to say on that. Then there's some other, is it Arabic? I'm sorry, I can't read that. Forgive me, I have no idea what that says in Arabic or whatever language that is. If I could read it, I would, but I won't even attempt to because I have no idea. Genuine Guys then saying, yes, I've been to York. Very beautiful place. Yes. I'd like to live there, maybe, Genuine Guy. Maybe I should make that happen. I'd like to actually live there. Edinburgh's lovely as well. Oxford's like nice. Bath is lovely. There's other places. I've never been to, you're from Devon, aren't you? I've never been to Devon though. I've never been that far down in England, let's say. I've never seen that neck of the woods, let's say. Maybe at some point I will do though. It's good to explore new places. Yorick says, Brad, you should one day do a YouTube game stream like me. There are ones called Word Wipe. It's similar like my one, but like crosswords. Maybe try it out one time, see how it goes. Can maybe look into that, Yorick. Thank you for the idea. It's something different, isn't it? Thanks for the idea. I'll contemplate that. I'll think about that. Sanders then saying, mind you, Croatia is loud about religion, but most don't truly live their faith. Hypocrites. Yep. There's fucking a lot of them. There's a lot of them. There's some people that follow religion and they're absolutely amazing people. I work with a few of them and they're just true. They follow it truly. They're just a well-rounded, decent person. And there's others that follow faith. They're the worst. They're the absolute fucking worst. And they virtue signal with the religion, but as a person, they're just not adopting any of those lessons or anything at all. So yes, some people, some, not all, are hypocrites, Sander. Yes, they fucking are. They're full of, you know what? Some people are, yeah. It's just the way it goes. And then they try to make it out as though they're a really, really good person because they go to church every Sunday, but the way they behave to others it contradicts their beliefs, really. It goes against all of their beliefs, but they still make it out as though they're holier than thou. There's people that do that. They're not the nicest of people. Let's say that much. Anyway, that's just how they are. Mason is then saying, other way around, my bad. No worries, Mason. Don't worry, it's all good. Dea. Hi, Dea. I live in Northern Ireland. It's a lot nicer place now. Good to hear. I don't know much, Dea. I hope I'm saying your name correctly, Dea. I don't know much about it. If I'm honest, I'm glad that it's a nicer place. Genuine guys saying, yes, it is, Dear. I'm from Dorset. Dear's then saying, I'm originally from Wakefield. All right, Wakefield is not far from where I am. That's Yorkshire, isn't it? West Yorkshire, but I never go home now. Wakefield, it's like a working class town, isn't it, dear? If I know correctly. Not that I've driven through it, but I've never visited it. I know they've got a rugby league team. It's a rugby league town, isn't it? Wakefield Wildcats, isn't it? If you follow rugby league, I hope I'm remembering that correctly. You'd never go home now, so it must be much better in Northern Ireland. Whereabouts in Northern Ireland are you from, dear? Dea's then saying Dorset is beautiful, genuine guy, you lucky duck. I need to go to Dorset. I've never been. I'll put it on my to-do list, let's say that. Derek's then saying, so when setting up the live stream, click screencast and allow and find the game on you, and it shows the game screen. It's very easy. Right, thanks, Yorick. I'm going to look into that. That's a good idea. Thanks. Sandra's saying, yeah, I need to visit Dorset. Yeah, I've never considered it until now. Never thought about it till now, if I'm honest. Genuine guy saying, thank you, dear. Ireland is a lovely place. Dear's then saying, I'm about 10 miles out of Belfast. I'm sure you know it. New Town Odds. I don't know it. Sorry, I don't. If I'm honest. First time I've heard that place before. Heard of that place before. Genuine guy saying, Sandra, we can arrange that for you. Sandra's then saying, haha, I'm sure I can arrange that for me. Yes. Dear's then saying, you pronounced it perfectly. Thank you. Thanks, dear. Good to hear. I get it wrong. I kept pronouncing. I can't even say that word. Can I pronounce things wrongly sometimes. Anyway, Mason's then saying, do you know UDA, UVF, IRA, and all? I've heard of the IRA, of course. Not that I know much about it. UDA and UVF, no, I haven't, Mason. No, I haven't. Yorick's then saying, just make sure no background apps like banking, etc. on phone has any private things showing. A screencast shows what you see on the phone to everyone else. Be careful what you do if you're going to use it for a live, Yorick. Is that what you say? Is what you're saying, of course. Genuine guy saying, yes, you're in quiet area there, which is nice. Maisie, I'm saying it right. I'm back. Welcome back. Hope I'm not murdering your name. Dears then say Wildcats indeed. Yeah. Wakefield Wildcats. Yeah. Maisie is then saying, hello, I'm back. Welcome back. Genuine guy saying, Mason, no, don't know any, but I've engaged with many of them, IRA. God, yeah, that's a tricky one, isn't it? Oh, there's so much history there. Oh my God. And I don't know much about it. The English are hated, aren't they? They really are. I don't know about how deeply now, but the English are hated. And I can understand why from a lot of perspectives. There's a lot more to it than what I've just said. I'm not going to get political on here, but yeah. Genuine guy. Mason, you mean the driving Ulster Defence Force? I wouldn't have known that. I wouldn't have known that. That's new to me. Maisie says, hi, I live in New York. Maisie, that's really interesting. What's it like in New York? I've been to York today. I've been to Old York, Maisie, today. I went to Old York. You live in New York. How's life in New York? What do you like about it? And what do you not like about it? You don't have to answer, but I just thought I'd ask you a question. Mason says, yeah, driving, question mark. And what do you mean by driving? I'm going to assume that you meant, did I drive to York? Yes, I drove to York today and then back. They are saying that English are hated in a lot of places. You soon learn not to go to certain places, and I bet it's fucking, oh God. I bet it's very, I can just imagine, especially in Ireland in some places, still hated so a lot as well. My perspective is this, though. Imagine me. I'm English, okay. I go to Ireland. I have nothing to do with politics. I'm nothing to do with the royal family. I'm just a person. I've never caused anyone any harm. I've never done anything wrong to anybody, etc., etc. And then you're just hated just because you're English. You're English, so I hate you. It's very narrow-minded, but that's why some people think. They tar everyone with the same brush. So they'll just hate. Sorry about that. You'll just be hated just because you're English sometimes in some places, even if you're the nicest person in the world. It sounds crazy, but some people just don't. Some people are just like that, unfortunately. How have you found it, dear, then, living over there? How have you found it? You must like it, though. You must like it. And if you're staying there now. Santa's saying the English are hated for a reason, Brad. Yeah, but it's stereotyping. That's stereotyping. There's good and bad in every culture. Maisie, he's saying it's so nice here. Great to hear, Maisie. You're loving New York. I've been once to New York. 2007, I went to New York a long time ago. I'm not an expert on it, though, let's be honest, but it's a nice place, a lot going on. Yorick's then saying, also, when you do the game screencast, you'll have to open your channel on another phone or laptop to see the chat of the viewers. Got it. Thanks, Yorick. Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing that. That's new to me, so thank you. Thanks for the idea too. Eva Fowler. Hello, Eva Fowler. My name's Brad. Eva says hi. I'm saying hello back, Eva. Thank you to anyone that's liked and subscribed, by the way. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. All we're doing is I'm just reading the comments. That's it. That's all we're doing. Going with the flow of the conversation, as I say, trying to respond in the best way I can to everybody. Dia is then saying, genuine guy, what years were you over here? Good question. Yorick's then saying, do the Scottish hate the English? Yorick, yes. If you're going to stereotype, absolutely they do, Yorick. Absolutely. As do the Welsh. Yes, they do. It's historical, isn't it? It's historical. However, the people, I go to Edinburgh quite often. I go to Edinburgh every year. I've been to Edinburgh over 10 times. I know it quite well, let's say that much. And I've never had anyone be horrible to me. They've been quite friendly and nice. to be fair. I think it depends how you conduct yourself. If you conduct yourself in a respectful and humble manner, you're more than likely to get the same back in return. As long as you don't go to certain places and don't behave in a certain way and avoid certain topics, you should be fine. Depends how you conduct yourself, doesn't it? If you act like an arrogant English prick and you're drunk and you're being loud and obnoxious and disrespectful, then you're going to attract trouble, probably. That's my thoughts on that anyway. Anyway, Genuine Guy then says, I can say it was awful, an awful time, but you cannot imagine how bad it was. I'm trying to picture it in my mind now, Genuine Guy, but I wasn't there, so it's difficult. I can imagine it being extremely challenging, though, beyond words. Cecile BFS, it's called Scotland. It's called Scotland. Yeah. Okay. Nick is saying, why your frontal lobe is way in front? My frontal lobe. Okay. I don't know where you go. I don't know where you're going with that, Nick, but whatever. Michael is then saying, did you block me on Jerk, mate? I can't. No, Michael. You need to go back there and enjoy yourself. Enjoy your little je ne sais quoi, or whatever it is you do on Jerk, mate. It's disgusting. So you're like, well, if that's what you like, that's what you like. But it's not on here. You're not going to find that on here. Yorick saying, like, guys, and a thumbs up. Thank you. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for liking. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I'm sending some appreciation out there. Thank you. Coffee Black saying, there's too much eyebrow. There's too much eyebrow for you there, Coffee Black. How much is enough eyebrow for you, Coffee Black, is the question on the eyebrow front. What is your optimum capacity for eyebrows? What a fucking weird conversation we're having there. But I'll just shut the question back at you. Dia's then saying West Belfast is bad for English people. Wow. But I live in a Protestant area, so it's perfectly fine. You're saying the trolls have entered the chat. Well, let them be. Let them be. It's all good. Genuine Guy says, Dia, I come live in Dorset. I need to visit it and do some research on it. Arctic Fade, how old are you? Arctic Fade, I'm 43 years old. That's my age. Nice to meet you, by the way. My name's Brad. Dia's saying, Genuine Guy, I'm packing my bags as we speak. Dia's not fucking about. She's already sorting it. Genuine Guy. Wow, that was good. I'm going with a joke. Albanic Mark. Aye, they do. I hate them. You hate English people. Why is the question? Can you elaborate? I'd like to know why. Why do you hate them? Albanic Mark, why? Is there more detail on why? Why do you hate them? It's interesting to listen to people's perspectives. Mason saying, Dia, whereabouts? Dia saying most countries hate the English. Yeah, they do. And imagine, let's think of Spain. Just give fucking Spain as an example. The average English person goes to Spain. They go to, where do they go to? Fucking Benidorm. Benidorm's the example. What they're going to do? They're going to get drunk. They're not going to embrace the culture. They're going to eat their English breakfast. They're going to get pissed out of their faces. They're going to be obnoxious. They're going to be loud. They're going to be chavvy. They're going to be bellends. They're going to be English bellends, and they're going to be hated. That's the bad version of an English person, let's say. And there's going to be lots of them going there all the time. non-stop. They're spending the money though. They're spending the money, which helps the economy for Spain, let's say. But the behaviour of some, not all though, not all English people are like this, but a lot are. And I can understand why they're fucking hated, because they act like dicks. Sorry to swear, but that's what they do. So there, I can understand why most countries hate the English. There's other reasons as well, historical reasons as well. Pursuer, hi Pursuer, how are you? Hope you're okay. They're saying, where do I live, do you mean, Mason? That guy Kyle, hi that guy Kyle. That's it. How you conduct yourself doesn't matter how you talk or look. Only race is the human race. Simple as that. Do you know what? That guy Kyle very wisely said. Love that. I wish more people could see that. It's the human race. Yeah, that's it. That's it. What did Einstein, I think it's Einstein that said this. He said it better than I can. He said one of the worst inventions or ideas that humans have created is nationalism. It divides people. It's the human race. Absolutely. That guy, Kyle, wisely said, thanks for sharing. And you've hit the nail on the head. Yorick saying, is living in Scotland cheaper than the rest of UK, like rent and tax less and food prices, etc.? If you live in Edinburgh, that would be a definite no. Edinburgh's more expensive. But it's not the most expensive. I think a general rule of thumb, I think it would be. Depends on where you live though, Yorick. I think overall it's cheaper though. Overall it'd be cheaper, especially you live in London, Yorick, so you're living in the most expensive place in England, or one of. London's fucking expensive. It's a lot cheaper than London, that's for sure. I know the wages are better in London, but the cost of living is really high. There's pros and cons to London as well. Nick. Hi, Nick. How are you? What's your opinion about Indians in the UK? Do you know what, Nick? I've met so many Indian people. I work with them, and guess what? They're all nice. Every single Indian person I've met. I'm sure there's some not nice ones, because every nationality has some bad people in it. Let's be real, the yin and yang of fucking life. But Nick, honest to God, I've worked with Indian people and they were really, really nice. And I work with them now, and they're actually more, I'd arguably say, they're a lot more respectful and more decent than a lot of the English people. That's my opinion. I don't judge the nationality, I judge the behaviour. It's the behaviour. What do you act like? Are you a good person? That's all that matters to me anyway. So that's my opinion on Indians. Anyway, to whatever and beyond. Hello. Hello to whatever and beyond. Nice to meet you. Hope you're okay. My name's Brad, by the way. It's called Alba, but whatever. Alba. Okay, got you. Alba. Thanks for correcting me, man. I didn't know. So Alba. Mason saying yes, like whereabouts. Saying that to Dear, I think. To whatever and beyond. I'm coming to Leeds, mate. Why are you going to Leeds? Are you watching a football game? Or are you going there to work? Are you going there to visit? Why are you going to Leeds? I've been to Leeds a couple of times. Dear's then saying, I moved here towards the end of the Troubles. I was married to a soldier who ended up going into the RUC. Now the PSNI, and the security we needed was crazy. Wow, that's a very specific, challenging moment. God. Can you elaborate on that? You don't have to, by the way, dear. I bet there were some interesting moments, to say the least, by the sounds of it. Yorick saying, no, Brad, don't read those comments. They were removed for a reason. Okay, thanks, Yorick. Sanders saying, agree, Yorick. Don't even give them the attention, I say. And then Pursuer comes on board, telling us he's been eating candle wax. Right, lad. You're still at it. They are saying, do you know County Down, Mason? County Down rings a bell. I've heard of that before. Genuine guy saying, I know, dear, it was dreadful. Everyone hated British soldiers. I could see, yeah. Wow, difficult that. That's difficult. Pursuer is then saying, Jesus, effing Christ, my phone just gave me a jump scare. Okay. Visuals of faith. Hello, visuals of faith. Saying, brah, was good. Okay. How are you doing? Pursuer is then saying, I forgot. It makes some sort of bell noise every time it turns on. Pursuer. Do you get out and about at all? What do you do day to day? Do you go to college? Do you work? Do you have activities outside of the house? Is the question. Visuals of faith saying, what Premier League team do you support? Visuals of faith, I support, if I'm going to pick up a football team, it'd be Blackburn Rovers, and they're absolutely shit, and they're not even in the Premier League. I do watch football though, but not as intently as I do. I only watch Blackburn Rovers. I don't really watch anymore, but that's the team I supported originally. But they're not very good, so I don't even support a Premier League team. What team do you support? Visuals of faith. I do like watching it every now and again. I prefer rugby union, and rugby league. Alba's then saying history, politics, and culture. There's so much history and politics, yeah. Alba, though, I get it. Not like in English, but the average English person has nothing to do with the history of the politics. I think it's how people are. I think you should judge each individual as they are and as how they present. That's my opinion, Alba. I don't know what your thoughts are on that. Pursuer's then, I don't care how to turn it off. Okay, Pursuer's on about his phone. Prophet. Hello, Prophet. Jesus, the last and final prophet of Allah, and it is obligatory to have faith on his prophethood. Learn about the blessed biography life stories. I don't think it's obligatory. I don't think that is true. It's each to their own. If you want to be, go for it. If you don't. Hello, Fudge. Welcome back, Fudge. I hope you're okay. Nice to see you on here. Hope you're doing all right. I hope you're doing well. Genuine guy saying, Dear, I would love you to come to Dorset. I will show you an amazing time. Mason's then saying, Dear, what's your second name? Visuals of face saying, oh, hello, Prophet. Isn't naming yourself Prophet haram? I'm not going too religious on here. Believe whatever you want to believe. If it helps you be a good person, more power to you. But you don't have to. You have autonomy. And you don't need, I don't think you need religion to be a good person. You don't have to have that. Respect anyone that has, respect anyone that hasn't. Just be a good person. That's my thoughts on that. Visuals of face saying, you're United or Liverpool? Oh, good one. I'd say Liverpool. Visuals of faith said Liverpool. Even though I live closest to Manchester, I'd say Liverpool. I was going to choose between one of the other. Anyway, Pursuer saying, I forgot the CRK loading screen was just a white screen. Pursuer, you need to get out more, lad. You really do. It's up to you, though. It's your life. Anyway, Dear saying, yep, English knobheads. Expect this Spanish to speak English, but never try to learn Spanish. I'm fluent in Spanish, so it's interesting to listen to a Spanish conversation about you. And I bet you, Dear, they don't think that you know either. That's interesting. That's a very good place to be in. Yeah, that's a stereotypical English person, never learned the language. Am I one of those people? Let me hold my hand up. Yeah, I am. I won't say I'm a knobhead. I've been a knobhead in the past, if I'm honest. But I'm one of those people, English people, that doesn't learn languages very well. I'm trying to get better with the Croatian at the moment. But that's the typical English thing to do, isn't it? Not to learn the language, not to adopt go to another country, don't even attempt to learn the languages. That's usually the case. Michelle. Hello, Michelle. My name's Brad. Nice to meet you. Hope you're okay. Visuals are facing. You all didn't answer my question about United or Liverpool. Well, I said Liverpool. There's your answer. I was going to choose one. Harry Bockin saying, go on, lad. Go on, lad. All right, Harry. How are you doing, Harry? You all right? Genuine guy saying, dear, I know 9 languages. That's a bloody lot. Fair play to you, genuine guy. Hamus Bourne says, hello. Hello, Hamus. Nice to meet you. British Defence League. No, it's not Scotland. It's dearest. I live in Glasgow. Right, I don't know. What do you mean by that? No, it's not Scotland. It's dearest. I live in Glasgow. Okay. I don't know what you mean by that. You live in Glasgow. How's life in Glasgow is the question then. Dia is then saying, how many people do you know called Dia Mason? I'm usually recognized by my first name. I've never met anyone called Dia. I have now. Very original name by the sounds of it. Johnny says, hi. Hi, Johnny. How are you? Johnny, how are you doing is the question. I hope you're doing okay. How's life looking at the moment going forwards? You don't have to answer if you don't want, but I thought I'd ask. Nick is in saying, hi, Megamind. You look like you have a lot of thoughts going inside your head. Megamind, the bad guy of that film. Yeah, I know what you mean. I do have a lot of thoughts going on in my mind. Got a lot of time. Yeah, I do. Try to process them the best I can, Nick. Try to understand them the best I can. Johnny says hi to everybody. Bashura says hi. Louise says hi. Hi, Louise. Dia says, would you know anyone called Ian Miller Mason? I have no idea who that is, if I'm honest. Sean P. You from Preston. You are close, man. You are bloody close, Sean. I'm actually originally from a town called Darwin, which is a working class town, which is near Blackburn. But I live in Chorley now. So Preston's very close. You must, Sean, where are you from is the question, if you recognise my accent. Genuine guy saying, if you was in UDR, made you a target for IRA, so they were against each other. Didn't know that. Standard saying, Brad, yes, definitely looking to people individually and getting to know them. But English people have certain cultural conditionings and behaviours. Think in a very similar way. The masses do. The unevolved do. Low vibrational, 3-dimensional people that don't work on themselves. They don't look at inwards. They project all their insecurities onto other people. There's a lot of people that are like that. They don't really have much. There's a lot of people that aren't even open-minded or deep at all. And they would definitely, if they were English, they'd fit into what you're just saying there, that cultural conditioning, that mindless, knuckle-dragging type of behavior is more likely to happen when you're not aware of what the fuck you're doing. You're just doing it because everyone else is doing it. Which can lead you down a shitty road, potentially, because you're not even thinking for yourself. You're just conditioned. You think what the news tells you. The news tells you this, so you believe it. You don't think deeply. It's sad. It's sad. That's my opinion anyway. Anyway, it's good to be open-minded. It's good to question things. It's good to give people the time of day. It's good to understand people. Paul Freakshaw, get your shit fixed. Paul saying eyebrows are horrid. Well, Paul, are you the eyebrow police? You don't like the eyebrows, man. What are your eyebrows like? Paul, how do you like your eyebrows, sir? How do you like them? Answer that one. Dia's then saying having false number plates on the car, checking under the car with a mirror, keeping a Glock in the house, making sure we didn't park the car close to the house, nor putting his uniform on the line. Oh my God, Dia, that's, wow. That's that's like out of a movie, Dia. Bloody hell, that's not, I bet that's that's going to create anxiety, isn't it? Going to create worry, and understandably so as well. Thanks to anyone that's likes and subscribed, by the way. Appreciate it. Thank you. Sandy said, average people do in every country. Yeah, they do. It's not just English. It can be in other nationalities too. The masses. That would apply to Sander. Johnny saying, Sander, I can see some social tendencies from culture to culture. Yep. I can also look at somebody, and most of the time I can have a quick glance of them. It takes me a second or two, and I know roughly where they're from. Most of the time I get it right. Sean is asking, Dia, where do you keep your toaster? That's a random question. Pishua said, I don't go outside. Spiders terrify me because one time I saw a dead spider. I threw that shit fast. Oh. Okay then, Pishua. I'll keep going. Dia saying it was easier when he became a detective. He wore a suit. Then we were told everyone he worked for British Telecom because he was the guy who did comms in the army. He could hear the Morse code and translate it instantly. Wow, must be very skilled, Dia. Dia's then saying, genuine guy, I'll take you up on that. Cool. Bailey's then saying, Bailey, hello, Bailey. Hello, Brad. How are you today? I've just got home from work. Wow, that's late if you're working at, in the school. I had 2 meetings and year 7 parents' evening. How's your day been? I'm sorry, Bailey, sounds like you've had a really long, busy, challenging day. I've been off work. Sorry, mate. I've been off work. I've been to York. I've had a great day out. I'm sorry that you've had a busy day, mate. Yeah, I've been to York. I've got annual leave this week, so. But she was then saying, I will go downstairs for painkillers, but I'm meant to be asleep right now. Okay, why do you need painkillers? Puya, hi, please be our voice. The Islamic regime killed over 30,000 people in Iran in just 2 days, helping Iranians gain freedom. Helps the whole free world. I cannot help you with that. What the hell are you asking me for? That's crazy, mate. Why are you going on YouTube and asking me to help a regime or whatever? I can't help you with that. I'm not a political leader, am I? My name's Brad. I'm doing a live in Chorley, mate. And you're asking here on a live to help the Iranians. What the fuck, man? I'm not your guy. I'm not your guy. I'm afraid. I think you need to, I don't know how you're going to solve that. It's a lot of people are trying to solve world issues. Good luck with that. You're going to solve world issues, are you? You're not fucking going to solve world issues. You can maybe sort out your own room. You can sort out your own house. You can sort out your own life. You can maybe then extend that to your own community just by being a helpful, hardworking, good, decent fucking person. You can do those things. Absolutely. Maybe you could become a politician. I don't know. Not that I'm ever going to be that. But asking me to sort out the problems with Iran is just, no, it's not going to happen. But nice try. I wish it was that easy. I wish I could just go, click my fingers and go, problem solved, don't you worry. Well, all Iranians' problems, Brad sorted it with a click of his fingers. It was all good. I wish I could do that, but I can't. Days then saying 9 languages. Okay, my flex was a total waste of time. Days then saying, hi, Brad. It's not short for anything, is the first question I get. All right, no, it's not short for anything. Okay, thanks for telling me, dear. Johnny's doing great. Thanks for asking. Good to hear, Johnny. Glad that you are. Shirley said, I come from Peterborough, but currently live in Richmond, London. What's Richmond in London like? Clear Vision 2005. Hey, hi, Clear Vision. Welcome back. Hey, dog. I can't say that well. It sounds American, and I've said it really badly. Clear Vision. Welcome back. Hope you're okay. Josh is saying, where'd you get your haircut from? I got it from just shaving my head. I've got a bald head, Josh, as you can see. Started to recede, so I just shave it off now. It just looks better bald, mate. That's where I got it. I got it for myself. Genuine guy saying, dear, hope you don't mind me asking, are you not with your partner? You're not with your partner any longer? Joe Stonker is showing me a triad of pink poo. Thanks, Joe Stonker, for sharing your. I'm just gonna go with it. Will Miller, what's up, brother? Hi, Will. Nice to meet you. My name's Brad. Hope you're doing okay. Sanderson saying 11 people watching, 11 likes. Amazing. I think it's a bit more now, but nice. Bailey saying no need to brag. Sorry, Bailey. Sorry, mate. I'm sorry. I feel your pain of doing the long days. I can imagine that being a tough day for you. I hope that you've got half term though coming up soon. Correct me if I'm wrong. You've got a week off coming up soon. I hope. And the next week or two, is it? Correct me if I'm wrong though. Will saying, what did you do in York? I lived there. Will, wow, that's really interesting. I'm jealous, Will. If you live in York, I'm bloody jealous. I just went to York Minster today, and then I got some Hebden tea. Had a hot chocolate. Went to Nando's. Nothing exciting. Walked around the city. Popped into a few shops. Potted around. And that was it, really. And then I went to the, what's it called? It doesn't sound that exciting, this, but TK Maxx, which is in a shopping centre. Will, I'm sure you're aware of that, which is a few miles away from the city. I forgot what it was called, sorry. Monk something, I think it was, Will. So yeah, anyway, sorry, Will, I've got a question for you. How's life in York? What's it like living there, is my question. Because I'm jealous, because I'd like to live there. I'd like to live there, Will. And how long have you lived there for, Will? Paula saying, hi, Paula from Manchester. Hello, Paula. My name's Brad. Nice to meet you. How's life in Manchester? You're not far from where I am. Nick is then saying, all right, good day, my mate. You look like you read terms and conditions. I like I read terms and conditions. I never heard that one before. Pursuer's got a headache. Usually, Pursuer, do you drink a lot of water? Usually, most headaches are caused by lack of water, being dehydrated. Dave's saying, pity he couldn't keep it in his trousers, so needless to say, we aren't together anymore. Well, Dave, I hope that you find, I don't know, hope that you find a decent person, if that's what you're looking for. Anyway, let me carry on. Sander's saying, oh my God, Will, you're so lucky. I love York. I agree, Sander. Dear yikes, you are better off without a person like that. Yep. I suppose if someone cheats on you, at least you know they're not worth having. They're not worth having because you can't trust them. And if you're with someone, in my opinion, your partner or whatever, they're meant to be your best friend. You're not meant to stab your best friend in the back. And if you stab your best friend in the back, it says a lot bad about you, doesn't it? In my opinion, anyway. It's not good. Pursuer saying, because my fucking phone makes a goofy R noise. Pursuer, you're not making much sense, Pursuer. Sorry. Puya saying, thank you, men. Puya, sorry. Bailey says hi to Sander. Sander says, hello, Bailey, how are you? TWM Jones saying, hello from Wales. Hi back at you. I don't know if you follow the rugby, but they're not doing very well at the moment. The Welsh, should I say. They used to be really good as well. I don't know if you follow it. You might not follow it. TWM Jones. My name is Brad, though, by the way, just to say. Nice to meet you, by the way. Sander's just saying, I'm good, Bailey. I'm good, Bailey. I'm just tired. Puya saying, just reading my message. You did a big help. Oh, good. Well, I'm glad I helped you, Puya. Bailey says, good. I have a few episodes in my favourite show, what's set in Richmond. What show's that, Bailey? Bailey says, Sander, same here. Bailey says, I do support study, so I take my own time away to help pupils. They're very lucky to have you, Bailey. You're a geography teacher, aren't you? You're a geography teacher, I remembered. Pursuer, you're not making sense, so I'm not going to read it. Tanner's then saying, I walked loads, Bailey, LOL, and it was lovely, but knackered now. Santa's going Pursuer. What's going on there? There's a comment that's been deleted by Steamer. Whatever. Okay. Bailey's in saying, Sandra, same here. I've got a pupil's mum saying that I get paid for much. Sorry, let me say again. Let me read again, Bailey. Sandra, same here. I got a pupil's mum saying that I get paid for much for what I do personally. I don't, LOL. No, it's not a rich man's career, is it? Being a teacher, Bailey. It's not. Should be paid more. A lot of jobs should be paying more, if I'm honest, but they're not. Nursing isn't what I do. No, it isn't. It's important work, but it's undervalued. The values in society are so twisted, aren't they? Comparing yourself to like I don't know, a footballer. They're really skilled. They're really good at what they do. They work really hard to be good at what they do. They're very disciplined as a professional footballer, for example. But the amount of money they get paid is ridiculous. Anyway, compared to a teacher or a nurse or a bin man or whatever it is, that everyone's got, anyone that does anything, it adds value to society. It keeps a fabric of society together. A football is just a bit of something, entertainment. That's all they are. But good for them, they earn loads of money. But anyway, I'll carry on. I'll change topic, sorry. Dazen saying, I only put this on while I was soaking in the tub. I'm so invested in this channel now, and I'm looking like a prune. You've been in the bath too long. Yep, that's what happens to the skin. Make sure you get out of there, dear. A live doomer. Talking to dumb people gives headaches. A live doomer. You're absolutely correct. You should never argue with an idiot either, because you end up becoming the idiot, potentially, if you're arguing with an idiot. Talking to dumb people does give you a headache. I agree. I can resonate with that one. Pursuer is complaining about the dinner that was made. He's not happy about the spaghetti bolognese that was presented by his dad. Okay. Maybe make your own. Can you make your own dinner? Sure. Can you make your own dinner? And how would you make it better? Santa's laughing at dear. Santa's then saying, what kind of spaghetti, Pursuer? Stone Dora. Hi, Stone Dora. You've just found a joint on my table. Time to smoke. Well, you've got a lucky find there, Stone Dora. I smoked weed years ago. Not anymore. But if that's what you like doing and you found it, you're on to a winner. Enjoy. Pursuer is saying, I don't know. Sanders just looking up like that. Pursuer is saying it looks like tapeworms. What? Spaghetti. How old are you, Pursuer? Yeah, you must be very young. You sound like you're very young. DS is saying, I always suspected, couldn't ever prove until I could. But I have a good job, a good car and a house, and I'm all good with my dogs. Well, good for you, dear. You're in a good place. Sounds like you've got a really good relationship with yourself. And that is a big deal. A lot of people don't ever achieve that. They don't even ever have a good relationship with themselves, do they? A lot of people. That's success. Good for you. Keep on winning. Keep on winning. Happy for you, by the way. That's good. It's great. Pursuer says, say mental age or actual age. Answer the question, Pursuer, if you can. You're 13 years old, but have the mindset of a 3-year-old. Okay, tell. Prathamore, are you against racial discrimination? I'm against any discrimination of any kind, not just racial. As long as it's genuine discrimination, not disingenuous. You know, if it's genuine discrimination, of course I'm against it. Anyway, Santa's saying LOL to Pursuer. Johnny's saying, dear, in this day and age, it's pretty easy to find stuff out. Yeah, we live in, Johnny, you're absolutely correct. We live in the age of information. It's what you do with that information. There's also another one, is like, you could read all the books in the world and have all the knowledge, but do you apply it? Applying it is another point as well. What do you do with that information? How do you channel it? Dear's then saying, Bashir's saying, I'm normal trust. Okay. Dear's then saying the Irish got their arses handed to them by France the other night. Yeah, they did. The Irish are great at rugby union. I think the team's just not the same at the moment. They're not as good as they were. It could turn around, but France were, especially in the first half, France were just on another level. I think France are the favourites to win the Six Nations. Dear's then saying it was a crap game unless you're rooting for France. Well, yeah, if you're an Irish fan, it's definitely a crap game. Mason, are you still live? Yes, I'm still live. Genuine guy saying, that's great, dear, really well done. Yes. You don't have to answer this, dear, if you don't want to. What kind of work do you do? What do you do for a job? Dear's then saying, that's the problem with having such an unusual name, Johnny. Dear saying thank you to Genuine Guy. Johnny's then saying, LOL, tell me, and a European name in the middle of Latin America, a standout like the Eiffel Tower. Wow, I bet you do. That's a good thing though, Johnny. You're original, mate. You're original, unique. That's a good thing. Johnny's then saying, I meant figuring out some information about somebody, a pointer, etc. It's not that. All right. Sorry, Johnny, I misinterpreted you. Thank you for correcting me with regards to that. Yeah, you can. You can, if you look down the right avenues. It depends, though, doesn't it, Johnny? If you've got someone who's never committed a crime, for example, and they're very private, you might not be able to find much about them. Depends on the person and what they've done or what they've not done and how they conduct themselves. But it is much easier now to find out information about people than it ever has been in history, I'd say. Anyway, Genuine Guy says, saying, you'll be coming in again, dear. Pashua then says, I love bagels. Do you know what, Pashua? Bagels are nice. Absolutely agree. Johnny's saying informational hygiene is not known by many. Interesting term, Johnny. Informational hygiene. I've never heard that term before, specifically. Mason says, I'm going to bed in 10 minutes. Don't blame me, Mason. Johnny's saying good night to Mason. Mason says thank you to Johnny. Mason says, sorry, I can't spell names. You don't need to be sorry. It's okay. Genuine Guys then saying, okay, guys, I've got to go get things sorted. Busy day tomorrow. Right? Okay, yeah. Thanks for being here again, Genuine Guy. Hope you smash tomorrow, whatever it is you're doing. I'm getting the jobs done, let's say. Johnny says, don't worry, you're good, Mason. Sanders then saying, Pashua, I love bagels too. Johnny's then saying, have a good one, Genuine Guy. Squadron Daddy. Hello, Squadron Daddy. My name's Brad. Nice to meet you. Bro, it's from UK, from England. Yes. Mason's saying, this is a great stream, NGL. Thanks, Mason. I appreciate that. Thank you for liking them. Get the words out, Brad. Thank you for anyone that's liked and subscribed as well. I appreciate you all. I like doing lives like this because it's just free-flowing conversation. Yeah. Anyway. Genuine Guy then saying, thank you, Johnny. You too, mate. Catch you on the next one. Johnny's then saying, there are open source tools that can be pretty good. Elephant Puppet says, hi. Hello, Elephant Puppet. My name is Brad. Nice to meet you. Pashua saying, also, apparently, I didn't need to go to the main store in bug stats. I just need to finish the Frosted Peak missions. You love those games, Pashua, don't you? That's where your passion is, by the sounds of it. Genuine Guy saying, Brad, have a great week. Enjoy your time off. Catch you on the next live. Yeah, thanks, Genuine Guy. Hopefully I'll see you again soon. Enjoy the rest of your week too. Elephant Puppet saying, how's everyone doing today? Doing well, Elephant Puppet. Doing well, man. I've got a week off. I'm not working, which is great. I love doing this. I love doing this. I love doing this, yeah. I really do. I wish I could do more of it. Actually, in the future, I'm going to do more of it. That's what I'm going to be doing. That's what's going to happen. Yeah. Mason saying, I've never actually had a bagel. I don't even know how had a bagel, Mason. They're nice. They're good. For sure saying, so that saved me an hour of playing. Okay. For sure then says, Mason, a bagel is basically a bread donut. Well, yeah, that's a good way of explaining it. Mason's then saying, what's the difference? Is it like a sweet or salt difference? I'd say it's quite a sweetish type of bread. Kind of. A little bit sweeter than bread, yes. Than the average bread, let's say. Monsieur saying, I don't care. I don't eat donuts as much. Dia's saying, out of the bath and sub. Thanks, Dia. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for sharing some of your stories. So thank you for commenting, should I say. Thank you for subscribing. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Bashir is then saying it's like technically less sweet. Okay. With regards to bagels. Mason says, fair enough. Bashir, bagel is a bread, donut. You can that's a silly bit. That's silly, Pursuer. What the fuck, lad? Depends who you throw it at. If you throw a donut at the wrong person, you're probably going to get punched in the face, man. Be careful with that one. Be careful who you throw the donuts at. Anyway, Johnny saying, love you, Pursuer. Just kidding with you. Yummers 10, why are you bald? Wow, I get asked this all the time. Wow, why am I bald? Well, basically, I'm follically challenged. I started to lose my hair in my early 20s. Just started to go bald, thinning at the top. Yummers 10. And it happens to a lot of men. And it happened to me when I was younger. I'm 43 now. It started happening to me in my 20s. Like, actually, I tell a lie. Probably at 18, 19. So, yeah. And then I kept it for as long as I could, but I had mousy brown hair. I used to have blonde hair when I was younger, when I was a little kid. But then I just had brown hair. I had short back and sides, whatever. And it started to recede. And I kept it for as long as I could, but I was very insecure about it when I was 10. I'm really, really insecure about it. Honestly, I was. Not anymore, because it's fucking gone now. And then at one point, I thought, I look like a bit of a twat, so I'm going to just shave it off. So I shaved it all off. I realised I had a good shaped head for being bald. And then I went a step further, and I thought, I'm going to bick it and like razored it all off, razored all my hair off. And that's me now. And as soon as I did that, it felt like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. Like, I don't have to worry about this anymore. No hair, I don't have to worry about it. So to me, it's like, it's all good. I get some people get toupees, but I think they look stupid. Maybe they look good now, I don't know, but I don't want a toupee because it's just not me. It's not my head. It's not my hair. It's not genuine. Some people go to Turkey. They get the turkey teeth. They get the turkey hair. They get a hair implant, should I say. Nothing wrong with that. But I don't want to do that. I'm happy with how I look. And also, you Miss 10, I love myself. I like myself. I'm in a good place mentally. So, yeah, there you go. Why am I bald? There's your answer. Dia's then saying, I love the banter. It's great. Truly FM. Yeah, that's where I'm living now. Coming in your ear. That's all I can think of when I hear Charlie. Coming in your ear. Yeah, shit. Yes. Funny. Mason saying yummers, laughing. Johnny's saying yummy because he has no hair, I guess. Yes. Why are you bald? Because I have no hair. That's a very, very technical way of saying it, Johnny, isn't it? Going with a joke there. Bald is fashionable now. I don't know about that. I don't do it for fashion reasons. I do it out of just it looks better. Less is more for me, dear. If I'm honest. Yeah, I'll take that, dear. I'll take it. Thanks. MCH Peel saying, why have you not played Uncle Fester? I'm not good at acting. Johnny's in saying, Agent 47 from Hitman, from the computer game. Hazy Afterglow. Hi, evening, Brad. Welcome back, Hazy Afterglow. How are you? Hope you're okay. Good evening to you too. Mason's then saying, guys, is eating crayons good? Is eating crayons good? Depends which way you look. Got to answer that one. No, it's not. It's going to fuck you up big time, eating crayons, man. It's going to ruin. Pursuer, though, Mason, he's saying, yes, eating crayons is good, man. So I suppose it depends which way you look at life and what your aspirations are. But if you want to live a long, happy, healthy life, eating crayons is definitely not part of that equation, is it? I wouldn't advise it. It's going to mess you up. Deer's in saying bald is better than a Bobby Charlton. Definitely better than a comb over Deer. God. MC Peel saying the weight was lifted off your shoulders and you put on those eyebrows. Just the eyebrows I've got. I love my eyebrows. I love myself. Do you love yourself? Do you know what I mean? And also, it's like, you wouldn't say that to someone in the street, would you? You wouldn't go, why are you bald? Look at your eyebrows. You wouldn't say it to someone in the street. Probably get punched in the face, wouldn't you? And a lot of the time, what people do, they project. So they'll go, whoa, like attack you, like try to put you down. They're projecting because they're insecure. They need to put you down to make themselves feel better. And that's what people do because they're insecure losers, aren't they? They won't say it to my face most of the time. But it's really rude, isn't it? It's really rude. People do it to make themselves feel better. These people exist, sadly. A lot of weak people in the world. People hide behind their phones, hide behind the screen. I've got broad shoulders though, so I'm good. Just putting it out there. Honest to God, every time I do a live, my eyebrows get mentioned and my bald head gets mentioned. It's like, observational skills are amazing there. It's obvious I'm bald. I've got 2 eyes. I've got a nose, a mouth. I'm white. Come on. Anyway. And Mason saying, please answer this. Why do you look like Johnny Sins? Don't know who that is. Hazy Afterglow saying, actually suits you. Thank you. Very kind of you to say. I think in life, though, you need to be able to deal with challenging people. You need to be able to, you have to deal with assholes. They're part of life. Toxic people, toxic behaviors. You've got to be able to deal with them. And it's always good to remember, though, cruelty is how a coward cries when they're not on their own. I love this saying. I've said it before. Cruelty is how a coward cries when they're not on their own. Anyway. Pursuer is saying, I'll carry on. Pursuer is then saying, I have a bingo plushie. Okay? I like Bluey. Okay. Enjoy. Dave's then saying, Phoenix Nights, Peter K. Peter K is from Bolton, not far from where I'm from, dear. Loved that program. I thought you might have got the Charlie FM reference. To be honest, dear, I've heard of Charlie FM, but I've never actually listened to it. I do remember some scenes from Phoenix Nights, though. They're saying I hate rude comments. Thanks, dear, yeah. I don't hate them. I don't like them. If you're going to ever do this, dear, like what I'm fucking doing, it's just part and parcel. It's going to happen. Part and parcel of life, really. Rude. Bullshit. Yeah. Most people are decent, though. Johnny's then saying, German saying, don't try to add days to your life, rather add days life to your days. Wow, that's a really good saying, Johnny. German saying, don't try to add days to your life. Add life to your days. Yes, make them the best days you can. I love that, Johnny. That's a really good saying. I'm going to pin that one. Thank you. That's great. Johnny saying, just ignore them, dear. Fudge is saying hello. Hello, Fudge. Diane's then saying, my granddad said as he got older, his hair moved from his head and went to his eyebrows, ears, and nostrils instead. You know what, dear? Granddad's fucking right there. I'd agree. Definitely. He's not wrong. Fudge says hello, 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 and hello. And loads of times. Okay. Fudge got timed out. He's gone. Yeah. Loads of hellos. I've got to the bottom of the comments now. It's all good. Sure then says hamburger. Okay. Interesting. I like you saying there, Johnny. Don't try to add this to your life, man. Make the best of what you've got. Make the best of it. Mason saying, when you're ending the stream, I don't know. I'm going with the flow. I'm not working tomorrow, so I don't know. I'm enjoying this. I enjoy doing it. I work as a, I don't know if you might already know this, some of you watching. I work as a scrub nurse. I work in theatres. I work for the NHS. I work at Chorley Hospital. So yeah, so hip replacements, knee replacements, shoulder replacements, plastic surgeries, urology operations. The list goes on. And I scrub, I wash my hands, and I help pass instruments to the surgeons. Basically, that's the basics of my job, amongst other things. And I like my job. I'm good at it. But I love doing this. Usually I talk about self-development, self-improvement, dealing with challenging behavior, dealing with narcissists, dealing with fucking assholes, trying to be the best version of yourself, trying to be kind but strong at the same time. That's what my channel's about most of the time. Some of the people watching right now will already know that, but maybe not all of you do. But that's mostly what I talk about. But obviously every now and again I do these chats as well. So yeah, I'm enjoying. Sorry, I'm going off on a little tangent there, but I'm going off on a little whatever. My thought process is just going off there a little bit. But yeah, I really enjoy doing this. I'm just going to be myself, my authentic self. I try and help people the best I can. I think that's why I'm here on this earth in my life that I have. I'm here to help people the best I can. Mason saying, what age do you think I am? 16. Mason, 16. Am I right or wrong? I just guessed. Hibby. Hi, Hibby. I've not seen you for ages. Hibby, how are you? Hey, says Hibby. Hello, Hibby. Nice to see you on here again. Hope you're okay. Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you, by the way. Johnny's saying, if you're asking like that, sorry, Johnny's saying, if you're asking like that, you're either 3 or 97, Mason. I've guessed 16, Mason. Am I wrong or right? Right or wrong? I could be wrong. For sure saying, I really want to make 2-time and Azure, but I need to remake some other characters on your game. Santa's saying, oh my God, hello, Hibby. Mason saying I deserve mod. I don't really know you, Mason, for one. And I've got some really good moderators at the moment. I've got 5 in total, but 4 are active. So I don't really, to be honest, I'm not going to be adding any more on at the moment. But you're more than welcome to be on here, of course, if you keep it respectful, of course. Maybe in the future at some point, but right now I'd say not for now. But thanks for offering, should I say. Hibbie's saying, I am awesome, thank you. Nice to see you too. Just really busy with studies, hey. Bro, good for you, Hibbie. I forgot what you, Hibbie, forgive me, what are you studying? I forgot what you're studying. Good to hear that you're working towards your goals. That's great. Good for you, Hibbie. That's the way. That's the fucking way, Hibbie. Keep going. Hibbie says, oh my God, hi to Sander. Johnny's asking what you're studying. Ask me, Absa. Mason's saying, I'm just joking, chill. I'm chilled, no worries. Hibbie's saying it's been too long. Yeah, it's been I don't know, maybe 6 weeks, 2 months or something like that. I could be wrong. They're saying, I could never be a mod. I'm far too ditzy. Oh, shit, you could have put your mind to it, dear, by the sounds of it. Anyway, Sanders then saying, how are you, Hibbie? Missed you. Sending love and respect. Marketing. Studying marketing, interesting. How many years is the course? What are you at college? Are you at university? Is it a bachelor's degree? Is it something else? What is it exactly? For sure, saying by the way, let me get the words out, man. By the way, 2-time and Azuri are from Forsaken, Grey Stripe and Fireheart from Warrior Cats. All right, okay, from your games, that's cool. Sanders then saying that I miss Dawn and Zuki too, and Mr. Gold. Yeah, I get it. People are probably busy though, Sander. Dear saying I work in a funeral home. Dear, that's really interesting. How long have you worked in a funeral home for? And do you like what you do? Do you love what you do? It's a very important job. Not a lot. I don't. My personal opinion, dear, is a lot of people couldn't deal with that type of work. Most people couldn't. It's a very important job. Yeah. What's it like? What do you like about it? What's challenging about it? How long have you done it for? I'm asking you a lot of questions there. And if you don't want to answer them, you don't have to. I'm not putting any pressure on you, by the way. How's your studies going, Hibbie? Sander is asking. They're saying if anyone cares. Well, yeah, we do. I do anyway. Don't know about everyone else, but I do. Johnny's saying that's really interesting. I love the marketing world. I know nothing about the marketing world. I also know nothing about the funeral world as well, if I'm honest, but I do find it interesting. Marketing, interesting. I don't know much about that. Santa's saying, dear, what? Question mark. Is it embalming? Are you part of the embalming process? There's a lot of other responsibilities with regards to that. For sure, saying, good point, where's Zuki? Probably busy doing something, I don't know. Hibbie's saying, I've missed you too, Sander. Hey, love seeing you all online. They're saying, I'm only trusted with dead people. They tend not to complain if I mess up. Yeah, they don't really. There's no... it's not much of a conversation going on there, dear, is there really, when they're having a nice sleep, let's say. I can relate to that to an extent when I work at the hospital and I'm the scrub nurse, and most of the time I'm in the theatre and they're asleep by the time they come in. They're not dead, by the way, touch wood. I would never want them to be, but they're asleep. So I don't need to talk to the patients most of the time. Some patients are great to speak to, and some are challenging to speak to, let's say that. Yeah, but at least you're not getting any complaints, dear. That's great. Bit of what's it called? Dark humour there, I'd say. Anyway, slightly. Anyway, I'll carry on. Jonathan saying, dear, I hope I never have to deal with you professionally. Yeah, it won't be a good day out for you, Johnny. Santa's saying, dear, well, I care. Well, so do I. What do you do in the funeral service? It's interesting. It's really interesting. Yeah. Sander's saying, pursuer, yes. Where is she? I don't know. He, Sander. Yes, sorry, he. Hibbie is then saying, thanks, John. It's quite a broad subject. There's market research, isn't there? Marketing. I don't know much about it, Hibbie. Forgive me, I don't. I really don't. I wish I did, but I don't. She was saying, I don't know. Mason's saying, I'm tired. I'm tired, but I want to stay until the end of this. Mason, honestly, you don't need to stay till the end if you don't want. Do what's best for you. If you need sleep, get sleep, mate. You feel better for it tomorrow. Sander's in saying, I'm going to act like Mr. Gold and bless you all. Thank you for you. Thanks, Sander. I've not seen Mr. Gold for ages. He might have got bored. He or she, I don't know who Mr. Gold is. I'm assuming it's a he because he was called Mr. Gold. He might have got bored of saying the same things over and over again. Anyway. There's this saying, well, Sander, I do everything except embalming. I'm also a funeral celebrant, so I lead funerals too. Oh, so do you speak, basically? Is that what that is, dear? Do you speak is the question. Do you like give the speeches? Forgive me if I'm saying it wrong. That's a skill, man. Speak in front of people. That takes guts as well. Gabe Horn says bald. Gabe Horn. Gabe, oh my God. I've said the name, haven't I? Oh dear. That's terrible. That's bad. Yes, I'm bald. And your name is just bad. It's bad. Oh dear. You caught me out there, lad. You caught me out. Hibby's then saying, good job, I've got a sense of humour. Hibby is saying, dear, wow, interesting, dealing with dead bodies. I'd be scared, lol. I've dealt with them. Listen to this, actually sounds crazy, this. I once had a dream and I'd just woken up and I closed my eyes and in black and white, I was resuscitating the patient. I was doing the compressions on a patient. It was in a dream though. And that same week, I'd seen 2 people pass away. So I've dealt with, I have dealt with people, dead bodies as well. I have dealt with them. It's just, what's it called? I just seen it as my job and got on with it. I could actually do it. I could actually deal with it. Yeah, I could. It's not a nice thing to do, but it's just a job, a responsibility that you need to do. Yeah. Anyway, Johnny, not for everybody that though, is it? Johnny's then saying, yes, it is Hibby, but the concept of attention stays consistent while the trends change. Interesting. I don't know much about that, like I keep saying. Sanderson saying, wow, dear, that's actually really cool, LOL. I'm not sure if I'd enjoy working in a funeral home, but that's pretty badass. Yeah, it takes a special type of person, Sander. Pursuer is finding some other things on his game. Sander's saying, what the fuck, Pursuer? Yeah, it's incomprehensible, Pursuer. Johnny's saying, Hibby, they're already dead. They don't bite. No, you should be more scared of the living. Definitely. Pursuer saying it's a mod I installed on a game and forgot about. Sander's saying, you're a badass woman. To dear. I'd agree. Absolutely. This is saying, I love my job. I started working at 18, working for the coroner, then got a job at the local funeral home and just followed followed that path my whole working life. I love looking after the families, consoling the families. Yeah, that's a very that requires a lot of empathy, doesn't it? And also, you've got to have empathy, of course, towards the families, care and consideration and reassurance as best you can, but also protect yourself, not get too emotionally invested at the same time. You've got to do that within care, I think, as well. I've had to apply that logic in care as well. That's amazing, by the way. Respect to you, dear. Pursuing is saying, where, oh my God, this is peak music, okay? Sander's saying, dear, you're a pretty amazing person. Sending love and respect. I agree, Sander. Sahil Sheikh, inspire me to not stop the World War III. Inspire you to not stop it. I don't know what to say to that, mate. inspire me to not stop. To not stop it. What do you mean? What the fuck? Well, I'm not going to inspire you to not stop it. I'm going to actually leave you to it because then you're not going to start it. So that's good. Keep doing what you're doing, Shahil. Cheek. Just don't do it. That's great. Thanks for not starting World War III. I appreciate that. And the world thanks you. There we go. Anyway. Fuck me, man. Sanders then saying, Pursuer, are you listening to Bieber again? Who knows? There's saying thank you to Sander. It's just something I love because it's the last kind act you can give for anyone. Absolutely. Dear, on that note, there is I work for Lancashire Trust, which is NHS, which is like Preston and Chorley hospitals. They're both in the same trust. And at Preston, they I forgot the names of the jobs, but there's people that deal with people that passed away, and it's really hard to get a job there, dear, for the NHS. There's the people that do that kind of work never leave. Hard to get work in it, where I am anyway. Doing similar to what you're doing, should I say? For sure saying who? Question mark. Who knows? Will I be on tomorrow, Mason? I'm sorry, I can't. I don't know. I'm gonna see how I go. I'm going to try to be here tomorrow night. I can't promise though, Mason. I work full time. I work about 40. Usually I'm off all week, obviously, but most of the time I work about 45, 50 hours a week. So I only have so much time and energy. I'm usually live on a Sunday morning from around 10 or 10:30 in the morning. I do a long live then. And then I just during the week, I just go live whenever I can, when I've got the energy for it. So I can't promise for tomorrow, but I might be. I know that's not great, but there you go. I wish I could say yes to every day and do it more. Maybe in the future, that's what I'll achieve through monetization. Let's say that will help me achieve that. He was then saying, Johnny, I don't think it really does really. I see it maybe somewhat diverse through the concept, maybe the same. It's a good skill. I was told that in this day and age, these sort of skills are needed. Okay, interesting, Hibby. Thanks for sharing. I wish I could add more to that, Hibby, but I can't, if I'm honest. I wish I could, but I don't have any. My knowledge on that is so limited. I wish I could speak more about it, but I can't, if I'm honest. But thank you for sharing. Elaborate more if you can. No pressure, by the way, as well. Sanders saying, very true, dear. I think it's beautiful. I'd probably be creeped out personally, which is understandable, Sander. Most people would be, and that's okay. But wow, good for you. It's a very important job. I fucking agree. It's essential. Very very specific skill set needed for that. That's it. Eulogies. Fucking hell, dear. That's the word I was looking for that I couldn't imagine. I'm nodding like you can see me, Brad. Yeah, I'll lead the eulogies. Yes. The eulogies. Oh, they can be really, wow. I'm just imagining them. Some of the poems and things they say are really profound and very beautiful, aren't they? Very touching. The eulogies. Oh, that's such a skill. That's a massive responsibility, isn't it? And that really gives people a lot of comfort. It really does. It's amazing. Yep, it is. That's a skill, man. That's a skill. I suppose you get better at it the more you do it, like with most things. For sure, as saying, Sander, I only listen to some other things. Toxic Lick, I don't know what that is. You don't know who Justin Bieber is. Pursuer listens to Toxic Lipstick. I've never heard of that, mate. Johnny's been saying, Timmy, definitely. Also, I find it interesting how SM is evolving. Johnny, you know a lot more about that than I do. Fair play to you, though. Respect. Yorick saying Sander is a golden one. Now she has the powers transferred to her. The golden powers. For sure, saying, holy fucking shit, I slowed it down. Now the radio sounds like a sleep paralysis demon. Sleep paralysis. Has everyone ever experienced sleep paralysis? I have. I used to get it when I was in my early 20s. And I'd lie in bed and I wouldn't be able to move. I'd be fucking frozen still. Sleep paralysis is a motherfucker. And you can't move, but you can see things in the room, and I could see people in the room, and they looked like they were in the room. And I was telling them to get off me, to get out of the room, shouting at them, but I couldn't speak. I remember looking to my left, and I remember there was a jacket on a wardrobe. The door was open, the jacket was on the wardrobe, and I was having sleep paralysis. But during the sleep paralysis, I didn't see the jacket. I saw a fucking Grim Reaper on that note. And do you remember Terminator 2 and the T-1000 and his finger just gets longer and longer and longer like a dagger? All I could see was getting longer and longer and longer to me. So I seen the Grim Reaper with his fucking finger pointing at me, going longer and longer and longer. And I sleep paralysis. I couldn't move. I was absolutely shitting myself. Honestly, God, I was screaming, but I couldn't move. And then I got out of it. Anyway, long story short, I had sleep paralysis for a good 8-9 months when I was probably about 22 years old. I was taking a lot of drugs at the time. I was an idiot. I was in Ibiza as well. I used to live in Ibiza at the time. It was fun, don't get me wrong, but I was doing things you shouldn't be doing. And I think it took its toll on me and caused sleep paralysis. So yeah. And how I got out of it was I just started to get used to it. I got used to it. So I got calmer about it, less anxious about it, and then it stopped all of a sudden. But anyway, for sure, I've just gone off on a tangent about sleep paralysis. Has anyone ever experienced sleep paralysis? Has anyone here ever experienced it? It's fucking scary, mate. I won't wish it on anybody. It can happen when you're malnourished and lack of sleep, malnourished, can increase the chances of experiencing that. Sandra's saying I need to research the music. The radio is squeaking. I don't know. Bloody hell, Pursuer. I don't know what to say about that. Sanderson saying Yorick, LOL. Oh, nobody can replace Mr. Gold. I wish I had those powers of gold. One can only try, LOL. Daisy saying someone has to do it, but you're right, it's not for everybody. No. And this sounds very dark, but it's very true, Dina. There's always going to be work, isn't there? There's always going to be work. I knew someone that I used to work with, and he said his friend. Anyway, I heard someone once said that this person works in the funeral, for the funeral services, let's say. He said, winter's our busiest time. We make the most money in winter. You can understand why. Sorry, it's a bit of a dark topic, but it's the end of life, but it's part of it, isn't it? Hibby's then saying, so marketing strategic processes of identifying, anticipating, and satisfying customer needs and wants to create, communicate, deliver value while aiming to acquire and retain profitability. Wow. Those skills are great for big companies, aren't they, Hibby? Amazing skills to have and acquire. That could be a great career for you, Hibby. Really great career by the sounds of it. Thanks for elaborating, by the way, and paraphrasing that. Thanks for putting that into a paragraph. And you've explained it very intelligently and coherently in a short amount of space as well. So thanks for explaining that, Hibby. Mason then says, how do I get a skin tag off my body on the thigh? 1 minute, Mason. How do I get a skin tag off my body on the thigh? They're the balls. I'm not trying to be dirty. Don't remove my comment. Okay. How do you get a skin tag off your body? You're going to have to go, and a plastic surgeon could do that. You see your GP about it, Mason. Your GP then will give you, hopefully, if he sees it as a problem, you'll get a referral to a consultant plastic surgeon who would then look at it. And then what would happen is if you wanted it removed, they would apply local anesthetic to the area where the skin tag is, which numbs the pain. Then they would get a blade, they'd excise the skin tag off, and then they would stitch it back up. Not that I'm a surgeon, by the way. Not that I'm a surgeon, but you would need somebody to do that for you. professionally. That would be my advice. GP, get referral to a plastic surgeon consultant who will then deal with that, in a nutshell. Sanderson's saying, dear, but it's awesome you're doing it. Yeah, it is awesome. It's interesting. And it's just a great job. That's a great job. I hope they pay you well, dear. Do they pay? Sorry, you don't have to tell me what you're getting paid, because that's a really rude comment, really rude question from me. And I don't want to ask that question because that's rude. But I hope they pay you well. Hope you get paid well for that. Dear's saying thanks to Sander. Peshua then says, LOL. Do you want to know a fun fact? Go on then, Peshua. Give us a fun fact. Johnny's going, please no, Peshua. Fuck that. I don't want to know this fun fact from you. He's not. Johnny's not up for it, Peshua. You're not ready. Sander's sending love and respect to Dear. Anthony says slaphead. Wow. Anthony, you sound like you're really intelligent, by the way. You sound like you're really clever. A real connoisseur there. Wow, whatever. But she was saying, I'm actually non-binary. Okay? Good for you. Doric's saying death and life is like yin and yang. It's part of the universe. It is. Is it easy to deal with? No, it's not easy to deal with. It's bloody hard. It's bloody hard. It's a lot of emotion. Yeah, but it's part of the universe. Absolutely right. Without life, there is no death. And without death, there is no life. Both brings about new beginnings, the beginning and endings. Yes. Yes. Dear, do you believe in the other side? Can I ask you a question? Do you believe in the other side? I do. I really do. I really, really do. I find it fascinating. I do. It gives me hope. Yeah, it's great. Sanderson saying, Peshua, we don't. Anthony has I've just looked at Anthony's comments, and the best that person can say is slaphead, slaphead, slaphead. Yeah, that's what you're going to get. Lack of, just helps the algorithm. Thank you, Anthony, for helping my algorithm. Yorick, that's nicely said. Yeah, it is. Beautifully said by Yorick. Johnny then says, true that, Yorick. Absolutely true. Universal truths, yes. Johnny's then saying, how are you dealing with your experience, Yorick? How are you doing? Yeah, good question, Johnny. Good question. Dear's then saying, absolutely. And you have to be there to answer any and all questions as honestly as you can without freaking out for the family. You've got to remain emotionally intelligent, dear, emotionally stable. You've got to be stoic. I'm imagining within that role, within those responsibilities that you're having to, to take on. Some of them have never experienced death before, so it's hard for them. Yeah. But, beyond words, difficult. It's like the beginning of the grieving process, the stages to grief as well, isn't there? The stages to grief. Yeah, that's another topic in itself. Bashir is then saying it's not the one about the game, I started playing the game last week. I stopped playing it. I'm pretty sure it was 8. All right, okay. Okay, then. Sandra's then saying, dear, wow, you're pretty amazing. Absolutely. Johnny's then saying, dear, for me, it's kind of sensitive. I've seen some incidents and got a little numb about it, but I can't handle the emotional side of humans. It's hard to. It's hard to, yes. Depends on what the emotions are and how intense they are and how long it's for. If you're around an emotional person for too long, it's going to affect you as well, no matter who you are. If it's short bursts of it, it's more manageable, isn't it? It's not easy. Imagine being a psychotherapist and having to deal with people's emotions all the time. That could be very mentally draining, couldn't it? Anyway, that's what I've got gauging from that. on the top of my head. Anyway, Yorik's saying going for long walks and talking with family helps. Yeah, you got that support system around you. Walking is great. Great exercise. Clears your head. Makes you feel better. You're getting out and about in nature. It clears your head, like I've just said. Physically, it's good for you. Keep moving. It's good to have that support system around you. You're very lucky, Yorick, to have that. It's good to hear, though. Great to hear, should I say. Johnny's saying it will take time. You never really going away, but eventually you'll learn to live with it. Yeah, that's how it goes. I suppose, though, with regards to grief, maybe it's always there, if you're realistic. But you just learn to manage it better. Peaks and troughs, ups and downs, emotional roller coaster, the emotional roller coaster of fucking life springs to mind. Jorik's then saying, just sometimes feels like I'm living in an alternative reality, which I still can't accept is not here. Yeah, the stages of grief there, Yorick. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. I hope you're okay. Anyway, Sanders is saying, Yorick, oh, you're doing great. Einstein would love you being happy again and living your best life. Absolutely. Not Yorick, sorry. Pursuer's going on about being non-binary and having issue with screenshotting something on his phone. Okay. Yorick's is saying thanks to Sandra and Johnny. Sandra's is saying, as a nurse, I've seen quite a few cadavers. Wow. Oh, yeah. I never got used to it. It never became comfortable for me. Hence, I work in theatres now, so no deaths, touch wood. Yeah. They're saying, I think grief counsellors, that's yeah, thank you for naming the term there, are badly needed in the NHS, to be honest. The NHS Titanic, dear. The NHS Titanic, mate. Yeah. It's going downhill, man. Yeah, but they are definitely needed. They need a lot of other things too. Hi, Dawn. Welcome back, Dawn. Hope you're okay. This is a random live, by the way. Good to see you. Hope you're okay. Good evening, lovely humans. Hi, Dawn. Hope you're all right. Good to see you, by the way. How's your week been? How's your life at the moment? How's it going? How are you doing? For sure, saying, holy shit, Dawn's back. Johnny says hi to Dawn. Pursuer says hi to Dawn. Sander says, dear, we do have them in the NHS, but I agree we definitely do need more. Yeah, that job role that Dia just mentioned is what I was explaining badly. They have those job roles at Preston Hospital, I think, but there's hardly any jobs there. There's not many of them. Johnny's saying, put your horses to sleep. Question mark. Santa says, oh my God. Hi, Dawn. Pishua then says, Sander, when I first saw you, I thought you was called Sander B. Dawn says hi to Sander. Sander then says, Pishua LOL. B is the first letter of my surname. Sander's saying, Dawn, how are you? Pishua says, oh, intriguing. Yorik's then saying, almost have the full gang here, just need Zuki with us. Yeah. Sander loves Zuki. Daya says, over here, Sander, we usually give the families the names of charities that do counselling. There's little chance of getting to see one on the NHS here, to be honest. Sad, isn't it? Failing, really, isn't it? Daya. It's important for people, isn't it? It's an important job. That's therefore linked to what I was saying, the stages of grief, isn't it? Counselling them through that process, walking them through that process, supporting them through that grieving process. Yeah, we need more people to do that, and there's just not enough. It's good that you what's it called? I'm trying to think now. It's good that you point them in the right direction towards charities that can help them with that, dear. Yorick's then saying, depends what time zone he is. Sandra's then saying, oh, nice to see the OG's back together, LOL. Pursuer's then saying, great, now the radio sounds like a car. Okay, mate. Dawn saying, I had this once, or sleep paralysis. I slept on the couch and woke up and saw a big reptile-looking human-shaped thing in the doorway and couldn't move. Fucking hell, Dawn. Yep, it's sleep paralysis is scary, man. And it just looks real. It looks real. What's in your room, it looks like it's there. 100% like real. That's what it looks like when you sleep paralysis. And you can't move your body. You just can't even speak. You want to speak, but you can't. It's like you're gasping for air. It's scary, man. So yeah, wow. Thanks for sharing, Dawn. Yeah. Johnny's saying, I think Zuki was from the UK. Zuki is definitely from the UK. Lives near Birmingham, I think, but on the outskirts in a town or a village somewhere. I might be wrong though. Saturday saying, dear, yeah, they'll be overworked and no room for new clients. Yep. Understaffed, underfunded. Sorry. 1 minute. Dawn's then saying, I'm good, Sandra. How about you? They're saying, oh, God, yeah, I used to get it a lot. What sleep paralysis, dear? Mason saying, bye, guys. I'm going to bed now. Mason, have a nice to meet you, by the way, Mason. Have a good night's sleep. Hope you smash the day tomorrow, whatever it is you're doing. Sanderson saying, what the fuck, Dawn? Reptile-looking creature. With regards to sleep paralysis. Sanders says, Mason, good night. Pursuer is like, well, what the fuck's going on? I've zoned out. Sanders saying, left my ass off, Yorick. Sanders then says, Pursuer, what's your name? Good question. What's your name, Pursuer? What's your real name? Dawn says, hi, Johnny. And Pursuer. Pursuer, full stop. That's a lot. Just a full stop. Let me read this name. I'm trying to read it. Sister. I can't read that. Roman Catholic. Sister Roman Catholic. I'm sorry if I've not read it all. I've never seen a poor person before. Nice to meet you. I'm not poor. I'm very wealthy. I'm a wealthy man. In a lot of different ways. Sister, Roman's Catholic. I'm not poor. I'm definitely not poor. I'm in a good place. Nice to meet you, though. My name's Brad. Pursuer is saying, what in the actual fuck have I found? Who knows, Pursuer? Probably something random on your game. Dawn says, and. Nick says, your mate. Your Nick. Welcome back. Santa says, a poor person, huh? No disrespect to people that are poor either. Some people struggle. I don't struggle. I don't struggle. I also have, I want a poor person mindset either. I'm not saying, yeah, I don't want that. I'm not having that. I have an abundance mindset. Fuck that other shit. I have an abundance mindset. That's the way forwards. Anyway, Pursuer saying, it's fleshy. God, Pursuer, don't know about. What's your name, by the way, Pursuer? Tell us your name. Mason says, you too, Sander. W stream. Thanks, Mason. Nick saying, I have a small suggestion. You talk a lot, bruv. I mean a lot. Well, what the fuck am I meant to do, Nick? Just not speak. I'm reading out people's comments. So I'm actually, a lot of the time, I'm reading other people's comments. So it's me speaking physically, but it's actually people that are commenting speaking. And what am I meant to do, Nick? Not fucking speak. Usually in a room, I think I said this before loads of times, usually if you see me in a social setting, I'll be the quiet one, believe it or not. This contradicts that. Anyway, Santa says thank you to Mason. Santa then says, Nick, he's hosting a live. He has to talk. Yeah, you daft fuck. Sort your life out, Nick. Sort your shit out, lad. Pursuer saying it's a demented dog. Okay, obviously it's going to be a demented dog, Pursuer. Why wouldn't it be a demented dog? Sanders saying, Pursuer, you have ADHD. Pursuer saying, I have a mix. Sanders is laughing. Johnny says, Sander, no wonders the amount of crayons he eats. Yes. Fucking hell. Oh. Yeah, don't eat crayons. Don't eat crayons. Please don't eat crayons. I suppose they'll give you a colourful life, I suppose. Shit joke. Santa saying, laughing my fucking ass off, Johnny. He's growing on me. Growing on me. Okay. You're non-binary. Right. Santa's saying, so there's only two genders. Yeah. Multiple, Johnny's saying multiple personality disorder as well. Don't say, what the fuck's a demented dog? I tried to look back in the comments, but it only go back so far. Who knows what a demented dog is, Dawn? Santa's saying, laughing my fucking ass off, Dawn. Don't ask, there's no answer. For sure, it's just being confusing. Female in my life, but my pronouns are there then. Okay, good for you. Dawn's intrigued. She really is intrigued. She's on the edge of her seat. Johnny's saying, don't try to understand. There's no logic. I'm saying, are you a female then? Dawn says, okay. Santa says, Dawn, you're a very brave lady. There's a medal. Enjoy your medal. Oh, it's just dumb, mate. Or stupid. Anyway. Dear, thank you. Right, I'm going to read this one. I get better money for the celebration of life. What's celebration of life? Oh, right, sorry. Is that for like speaking of, oh, sorry, forgive me, dear. Celebration of life, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, would be it's like the eulogy thing, isn't it? Talking about celebrating their life, celebrating what they were good, what they did, etc., etc. The memories, the experiences, that kind of thing. I might be wrong. I get £200 per funeral. The rest, like picking up, prepping the body, etc., is a salary regardless of how many hours I work. All right, so you get your basic salary, but then you get £200 for the funeral. All right, for doing the eulogy. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, good for you. Sorry. Anyway, Santa's then saying, ha ha ha. Nah, not stupid, just curious and kind. Okay. Sure, it's just, I don't know what you're doing, lad. I don't know what you're doing, sure. Don't say saying, dude, enlighten me. Dawn's then saying, oh, you're a sleep paralysis demon. Yeah. Jason saying, yes, I do believe in spirits and the spiritual realm. I've seen too many things to believe otherwise. Can you please, dear? Oh, wow, I love that. Can you, dear, I completely understand what you're saying. I don't completely understand what you're saying. I'll tell a lie. But I do agree with the whole spiritual realm, etc. experiences. I've experienced it too much myself to not think that it's a reality, that it's part, that it's there. Gives me comfort in a lot of ways. What things have you seen, dear? It's interesting. If you don't mind sharing, please do. Dawn's the same. Yeah. Yeah. Johnny's saying, dear, I always wanted to see a ghost. I've seen them. I've seen them. Honestly, I've also sensed them too. I don't always have these conversations with a lot of people because they probably think I'm a weirdo. But actually, I'm okay with fuck them. But a lot of people I won't have this conversation with because they're not open-minded enough to do that, or they might not believe in it, which is absolutely fine. Can't force your beliefs on anybody else. But yes, I've had a lot of experiences like that. Sanders showing a ghost with a tongue out. Dawn goes, there you go. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Pure says it looks similar to a golden retriever, but its chest is ripped open and the tentacles coming out. Like off. Sure, you're talking about bloody Resident Evil there. Dawn saying, Jeebus Rice, what the fuck? Sure, he said its front legs attached to its back. Okay. Santa saying, what the fuck? Johnny says, I have visited a lot of haunted houses and never seen one. I've experienced it. Definitely. I remember being led on a couch in my mum and dad's house, and I was just led there on the couch, and I seen the imagine like I don't know, the outline, the apparition just coming past me like that. Honestly, the figure of a lady in like obviously like a smoky color, like a smoky grey kind of apparition, let's say. The outline of the body was there, and I could see it just walking past, just drifting past me right in front of my eyes. I've seen that once. So yes, I have. I've also, yeah. I understand. I respect people that don't believe in it as well. Of course, you don't always have to believe in it, but that's just my experiences and my truth. That's all. Santa's laughing. Santa's laughing at the ghost and the aliens. For sure, he's still thinking about that demented fucking dog. Santa said, Johnny, I don't want to see any, to be honest. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I get why. Don't say I have a real dog demon in my bed. For sure says, why did I get this thing? I don't know, mate. Dear, I could talk for hours about my job. Sometimes when it gets too much, we have a great support system with private counselling. Then there are safeguardings, like we aren't allowed to work if it gets too much. You can imagine, dear, it must be psychologically very, potentially very straining. It can burn you out as well. God, yeah. I think we all need help sometimes, dear. Sure says saying it doesn't do backflips. What the fuck? Okay, Don, what are you talking about? Scrappy. Scrappy the demented dog. Oh, Scrappy's lovely. Scrappy's lovely. Yeah. Little Jack Russell. Jonathan's saying, I would love to see, but sadly don't want to see. They don't want to see me. Yeah. I believe in it though, Johnny. You might not believe in it, mate. I get why, but I do. I really, really do, man. Yeah, I do. Sorry. Santa says, dear, wow, that makes sense. You need to protect yourself. I think you need to do it. Well, we all might need help sometimes. Working for the NHS can be stressful too, amongst other things. Dear says, thank you for anyone that's watching. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate you, by the way. I'm just saying thanks. I appreciate that. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting or whatever. I appreciate you all. Anyway, DSN saying, on 2 traumatic deaths back to back, for example, a suicide and a child's death. Wow, dear. Not allowed to work on anyone we know personally unless the family wants it, and so on. I can understand those rules there. Wow, 2 traumatic deaths back to back, especially if it's younger people. Oh, mate, that is harsh. And then the emotional turmoil that the families are going to experience and express is going to be fucking intense. I can only imagine. Wow. Thanks for being on here today, dear. Thanks for sharing everything. Thank you. It's interesting. Sanderson saying yourself. Don says, yeah, Scrappy, LOL. He has some sort of nightmares and bites me when he's asleep. Bless him. I hope he doesn't bite you too hard. Santa says, laughing my ass off to Johnny. Bashir says, yeah, no, I'm going to remove some mods. You do that, Bashir. Whatever makes you happy, lad. Santa's saying that Scrappy, which is Dawn's dog, is really cute. Santa says, dear, damn, that sounds tough. Really tough as hell. He'll be, yeah, definitely. They're saying, I don't call my clients cadavers. I call them my people. I go into work room and shout, good morning, my people. No one answers. Good morning, everybody. Are you ready for work? Like, no one's just like, shit. Dark humor. I think you've got to have a sense of humor for that as well. I could do it. I know it sounds crazy. I could do that. I could fucking do it. Yeah, I could. It's like dealing with blood. I know it's not the same thing, but a lot of people can't deal with blood. For sure, saying, I hope I can get a frying pan. What are you going to do with a frying pan, Pursuer? You're going to cook yourself some eggs? Don said he tried to bite me a few days ago, but he's got so many teeth missing, my finger slid out of his mouth. Well, that helps. Johnny saying, Dio, what would you do if someone answered LOL? Wow. You think shit. Why is he biting so much, Dawn? Talking about Dawn's Jack Russell dog there when he sleeps, should I say. But she was saying, damn, I have 18 mods active, the highest. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about, Pursuer lad. Santa says, dear, you definitely see dead people. Oh, LOL. Oh, yeah. Not many people can say that. They really can't. They're saying, Johnny, I'd break Usain Bolt's world record. Yeah, he'd be out of there. Dawn saying he's had a shit life. He's a wee bag of issues and wakes up choosing violence. Oh, sorry, yeah, trauma for the dog. Yeah, it's not just people that suffer from trauma. It's pets, dogs, sentient. Sorry, I can't say it right. Sentient beings, aren't they? They are. And they have feelings and consciousness too in their own way. They do. People forget this, don't they? They say it's just a dog, or it's just to this, or it's just to that. No, it's an animal. It has feelings. It wants to be loved. It wants to feel love. It wants to be happy. It wants to feel safe. All those types of things. Even though if it is a dog or whatever animal it is. So yeah, I can understand that to an extent. Pursuer saying no frying pan. It's unlucky, Pursuer. Sorry about. Fuck knows what you're on about, Pursuer. You need to Pursuer. I think you need to get away from that game. I think you need to do more things. What are you going to do with your life? You're just going to keep playing the games all the time. Are you just going to keep playing the games all the time and get stuck? You'll get stuck if you stay there too long, lad. You're going to get stuck. Nothing wrong with games. They're good. They're fun. Too much of it's not good for you. It's more to life than just games, mate. You need balance. Anyway, I'm not going to lecture you. You live your life how you want to live it, but there you go. I'll leave that with you. Sandy's then saying Autodom. Johnny's then saying, Sandy, is that a Kendrick Lamar reference? Not sure. Sandy's saying no. It's from that film, Johnny. LOL. Dawn saying we call him Furby because he's a wee gremlin, but he's cute. He's a wee gremlin, yeah. Pour a bit of water on him, watch him go. Sandy's saying I do love Kendrick Lamar though. I've heard the name, but I can't picture the face. They're saying, I'm talking to you as if we're FaceTiming, Brad, for fuck's sake. I feel like Stephen Hawking having to time to answer you. Yeah. Shit. Sanders saying, Dawn, I love Furby. LOL. Sanders laughing at dear. Pursue's like, Furby. Pursuer, you need to live. There's a world out there for Pursuer. There's a world out there, mate. There's a fucking whole world out there. You need to live it. Go and experience it. You need to get out more, mate. Honestly, I'm trying to be helpful, trying to be kind there. Might not sound like I'm being kind, but I'm trying to help you there. It seems like you're stuck in your game a lot. I don't know you personally, though, and I don't know. You only give us very limited information, Pursuer. Don't really you're just talking about your game all the time, which is fine, but sounds like you're heavily invested in that game. You don't want to get sucked into that for too long. Honestly. Anyway. We all have autonomy, don't we? We have a choice. She's in those things scare me. What, Furbies? Fucking hell. The sleep paralysis, yeah. Sorry, I'm only just catching up, dear. You've experienced it too, then. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Pursuer saying no way. Santa's saying Pursuer really. Johnny's then saying, now you mentioned it, dear. I'm reading your comments in his voice, lol. Oh, sorry. That's crazy. Tanner's question mark. Oh, so Dawn's going, I'm going to Murrayfield Stadium tomorrow again. My boss said I might be swimming up the pink kit they wore on Saturday. Didn't like it. That pink kit's shit. Dawn. It's awful. I'm on about the Scotland Rugby Union team, and you got beat by Italy, didn't you, as well? It was a close game. That pink kit is shit. I agree. It's awful. And yeah, they didn't play so well, did they? They got beaten by Italy in the Six Nations. Pursuer's then saying, I just saw a War of the World tripod thingy. I know what you mean, the big spider thing, for sure. Santa's saying, this chat is getting weird. I like it. It's community led, isn't it? So it's nice to do this sometimes. I like doing it. It's nice just to go with the flow a little bit. What's a gubby? Oh, fuck knows, man. The conversation is going weird here. Santa's saying inner poverty. Yeah. Inner poverty. What's inner poverty? My understanding of inner poverty is having a scarcity mindset. Being a jealous person, being an envious person of what other people have, feeling like you've not got enough, telling yourself that you're poor, telling yourself that you're skint, telling yourself that you've got nothing. Scarcity mindset, inner poverty in your mind, being fearful about money and having money and etc. can act on what will it do? It's just telling the universe, give me more poverty in a way. It's good to, money's not evil, it's just a tool, it's just energy. You shouldn't have a scarcity mindset, basically. Dawn saying, I have no idea what's going on here. Well, I get it. Pursuer, I'm not going to read that. Johnny's saying it's going wild. Dawn saying, I just feel like I've dropped some acid. You've double dropped, Dawn. Double dropped. Dawn saying, Dawn, Brad's reading all comments in the chat taking a turn. Pursuer is just, yeah, it's trippy, whatever. Daisy saying, Johnny, you probably have seen a ghost and not realised. Sometimes they look just like you and me. Yeah. I get God. How do I say it? I don't have experience this one. I can probably turn it on anytime I want. I think, but at one point I'd lie in bed, I close my eyes, and I'd get goosebumps, tingles, and then I close my eyes and I'd see faces in front of me, and the faces were in like they were like in a smoky outline, but I'd see them drifting with my eyes closed, or black. When you close your eyes, it's black, of course, in the dark, and I'd sense them, goosebumps, and I'd see faces. Yeah, I'd see faces. And I turn it off now because it just keeps me up all night. Sounds crazy, but there you go. Johnny says, Dawn, sounds like you've have experience. Santa's saying, I kind of like it, LOL, with a fucking weird face. Dawn saying, LOL, not with acid. I took plenty of stuff, but never had acid. Dawn, I have. It's trippy as hell, obviously. I only did it once or twice, though. It lasted for ages, man. I was very young when I did that. Don't do this anymore, of course. Eric's saying, look just like you and me. Santa's laughing. Johnny's saying, well, I live in South America and have a very vivid folklore. I think I would definitely recognize those creatures. I don't. I'll keep going. Sandy, you mean the acid tripping? You're saying dogs can sense supernatural things more than we can. They've got, yeah, I agree with that. You're so can cats, amongst other animals maybe as well. And senses 1,000 times stronger than ours. Absolutely. What's acid? LSD, Sander. It's psychedelics. What your vision, what you can see, it twists, it turns, it just looks different depending on how far into the trip you've got. And you have a little tiny bit of cardboard. It's so small. Honestly, it's tiny. And you put it on your tongue. I'm not saying you should. I'm not recommending this. I'm not recommending it. But that's what it comes in sometimes, in that form of magic mushrooms, which grow in October in Lancashire, by the way. You just pick them off the fields. And they're really, really strong. I wouldn't advise anyone to have that. Santa's saying, Pursuer, I have Hattie the cow. Okay, right. Santa's saying, oh, Dawn, LOL, I get it now. Ha, ha, ha. Pursuer, who? Who's Hattie? Santa's saying, I've never taken any drugs. I've done it all for you, Sander. Coffee and sugar are also drugs, Sander. Well, yes, Johnny, you are correct. Coffee is definitely a drug. Sugar is very addictive. Agreed. Dawn saying, I have a Hamish cow, but he's wooden. I'm not a plushy fan. Sander's then saying, Johnny, I have had drugs in that case, laughing my ass off. Sander's then saying, Dawn, I love plushies. I'm reading the best comments best I can. Dawn saying, sugar is probably the most a dangerous addictive drug. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Sweet poison, Dawn. It's nice, don't get me wrong. But is it addictive? Addictive as hell. Is it poison? Yeah, it is. It is. Sweet poison. Santa's saying, laughing my ass off, wouldn't. Santa's saying, Dawn, sugar is more addictive than cocaine. True. Johnny's saying, I'm not against the responsible use of drugs, but I don't take them. Don't take them, man. I've done it. I've done it. I've done it a lot at one point. Trust me, I've done it a lot. Made me, I came out the other end of it quite well, though. It's made me who I am. But yeah, anyway. She was saying, honestly, sugar is just disgusting on its own. True. Johnny's saying, Johnny, I'm not interested in chemical substances at all. Johnny's saying cocaine's better than the sugar. More expensive. Dawn's saying, I have one teddy that my granddad got, a Galladay, and 2 pigs because I keep asking for a pig for Christmas and no one get me a real one. I don't know who'd win that, Pursuer. Eric's saying, sugar is... Sorry, guys, I'm doing the best I can. Sugar is a drug then. Homer Simpson is a drug addict. He loves donuts. Eric's saying, imagine if they banned sugar. I think they make too much money off it, Yorick, and it controls the masses too much. It's too profitable, and it controls the masses in a lot of ways. Imagine if they did. People would go crazy. One, not one, Dawn says. Santa's saying, oh my God, I love making home and donuts. Johnny's saying this chat is wild. Johnny, it's gone off the fucking charts, mate. It's fun. It's random. You're in control, really. You're in control. Bashir saying, hold up, the dog had a tongue coming out of his stomach. Matthew says, have you served a long sentence? Hello, Matthew. Have I served a long sentence? No, I've never been to jail. Pursuer is wild. Yeah. Wild card. Sanders then saying, left my ass off. He, she is. Johnny saying, I don't count hallucinations as ghosts. They could be hallucinations, Johnny. They could be. They could be. They could be. Drug-induced psychosis could be. I just do believe in it, though. I really, really do. And I've had experiences that have been. But I've had experiences when I've not been on drugs. Lots of times. A lot of people will not agree with me, though. They'll agree with what they'll. It's an interesting topic, and it's open to debate. That's what I've got to say on that one, Johnny. A lot of people won't agree with it either, which I respect and understand as well. In America, first you get the sugar, then you get the power, then you get the women. Homer Simpson. Pashura is not really happy with the dog that he's playing with. God. What the fuck? Yeah, the conversations are wild tonight. Wow, I'm going with it, man. Bloody hell. So it says Homie. Pashura says, I moved it and its neck snapped. Well, okay then. Dawn's like, yeah. Justice for Scrappy, LOL. Sandra says, sending love and respect. Johnny says, Simpsons is definitely written under influence. A lot of great music has been written under influence as well. A lot. Especially in the 70s, 80s and beyond those eras as well. Dear, I saw a little boy leaning on the motorway barrier in rush hour traffic. It was just one of many full-bodied apparitions I've seen and couldn't explain. Wow. Wow. Interesting. What does holy lag mean, Sander? I don't know. Sander saying game over. So Don's saying Scrappy woke me up at 4 o'clock in the morning trying to get under the covers, then lost his shit when I said he's an absolute demon. When I said no, he's an absolute demon. He knows what he wants. Scrappy is hilarious. Yes, Sander. Yorick saying, let's keep this stream going till 3 in the morning. I don't think I'll last that long, mate. Then we'll get an American joining in. Oh, fucking hell, Yorick, you're hardcore. I don't think I can make it till 3 in the morning. Sandra's laughing at Yorick. LOL, true. Dear is saying, no problem, Brad. Can I be your first guest when you start a podcast? Question mark. I'm taking that question seriously. Could I do a podcast? Yes, I could do a podcast. Possibly, yes. I need to look into how to achieve that that'd be interesting. It's got me thinking that, dear. Thanks. Anyway, Sander's then saying, let's wait until Brad catches up the chat. I'm LOL, I'm annoyed. Sorry, Sander. Dawn said, oh my God, I had a picture years ago that a friend took, and there's a little boy dressed like a soldier, clear as day, who definitely wasn't there. I don't know if I can find it. You're saying 24-hour chat stream would be wild. Fucking hell, Yorick, that would... I think I'd need some drugs for that, Yorick. You have to sort me out. Sandra's saying you need to find that, Dawn. Yorick's saying, I think YouTube only allows 12-hour streams, or does it? That's long enough. Sandra's saying, Yorick, laughing my ass off. God, no, I need peace and sleep. Dawn saying, I'll try, Sander. Sander's clapping. Yorick saying, ghost hunting stream by Brad and Sander. Oh. Sander would be shitting herself. I'd be all right with it. Sander's saying, yeah, I'd shit my pants. Alive in a creepy graveyard at night. Yorick, I'd love to do that. I'd actually do it. I'd have a go at it. Sander's saying, Dawn, that's pretty cool. Jonathan, I know Joseph Mengali's house. We should go there. Yes, it sounds awesome. Peshua's still just sucked into his game. You're into that game, mate. You're proper. Your whole identity and your whole self is in that game, Peshua. Really is. Completely immersed in it. It's like it's got a hold of you, Peshua. I'm trying to get you out, but you're fucking stuck. Anyway, so I said I'd shit myself, but I'd like it, and I'd need to have people with me. Well, yeah, it'd help if you've got people with you. Being on your own would be a lot more hardcore, going ghost hunting. So I said, Joseph who? Question mark. Johnny saying they all fled to South America after the war. Peshua can make a frying pan on his game again. Leave Peshua alone, Brad. All right, I'll leave him to it. Enjoy yourself, lad. Dawn's then saying, sometimes I walk in the park in the dark and sometimes I'm fine, but sometimes you get freaked out and run. I can see why. Especially if it's in the dark and it's late. John's saying, I'm trying to scroll up and figure where Brad is in the chat. Sorry, guys. I'm doing my best. I'm a bit behind on her. Johnny saying, supposedly Hitler was in Paraguay as well. Yeah, some of them fled to Argentina, didn't they, after the Second World War? The Nazis we're talking about here. Sandra saying he's on yesterday's chats. When trees start creaking, I'm off. Ice Hook Hawks. Dawn saying, I'll walk anywhere if I have a horse, but I don't trust Scrappy for protection. He's 9 kilograms with about 3 teeth. And he's scared of the Hoover. Yeah, Scrappy's not. Shit. That's funny, Dawn. That's funny. It made me laugh. Just can imagine Scrappy with 3 teeth. Little Jack Russell. Yeah. Scared of the Hoover. Shit. Johnny's saying there is a big abandoned mansion here in Paraguay. I was supposed Hitler lived there after the war. Interesting, Johnny. Sanders laughing at Dawn. Peshua saying, let's just wait until Brad realizes I have a big box of drawings and a massive box of felt figures. Okay. I do creating a lot. Good, Peshua. I'm good you do other things, man. Sorry. I hope you do other things. I mean it in a good way. Dawn said that, yeah, that'll sort it in, Peshua. I make dragon puppets mask and an absolutely ungodly amount of plushes and felt figures. Good. You've got other pursuits. Good. So I'm saying, not sure if Brad should allow communities to lead the convo, laughing my ass off. We're out of control. You fucking are, Sander. You know, it's all good, honestly. The community is unhinged. Right. You're saying, Peshua's 400 glue sticks is wild. His glue gun. He's got a glue gun. Yorick, he's not fucking around. He's got a glue gun. That hot glue. I remember you telling me. I remember things. Dawn's just having an aneurysm now and trying to read it. Okay. Thea says, you might have a gift, Brad. You might want to tune in more. You make a mint as a spiritualist. I think, God, I remember seeing things as a kid, dear. Honestly, saw things as a kid growing up. A lot of experiences. I think I could tune into it very quickly, very easily. But I choose to turn it off because I've got a busy life. I choose to do other things. Could I do it? I could. But I'm probably quite underdeveloped at it. I'm not trained or anything like that. I'm not really gone down that road. Don't say anyway. Yeah, don't sing 400 glue sticks. It's on Peshua's channel, Dawn. What are glue sticks? Prick sticks, Dawn, Sander. Prick sticks. When they turn up, those. Don't be sniffing them and don't be eating them, please. You're foreign to all these glue sticks, Sander. You're missing out. It's kind of like a lip balm glue. Don't use it as a lip balm either, please. What the fuck? Sander gets it now. Your craft stuff, use them in school, yeah. Sounds like Brad's giving instructions. LOL. Yeah, I am, Johnny. Please take note. Joking, of course. So I'm saying Johnny's very experienced. Oh, God. We're all waiting to get Brad to catch up. Yeah, I'm catching up, guys. Jack's in, why are you wearing claws? Jack, you need to go somewhere else, mate. Do one. Go wherever you like doing. Go there. Not doing that. Johnny saying, Pursuer, should you not be asleep? Have you got school tomorrow, Pursuer? What? Have you got school tomorrow? Pursuer said, I pulled an all-nighter before, I'll be fine. You'll be fresh and fruity for the morning, Pursuer. I'm sure you will. Doing an all-nighter. Put the crayons down, brush your teeth, and go to bed, Johnny's saying. Yeah. Pursuer's going, never. I'm not going to sleep. I'm eating my crayons. Johnny has spoken. Yes, he has done. Pursuer's a pro. Okay. Crazy dude. Who the fuck is that bald guy? My name's Brad, crazy dude. Nice to meet you. That's me. You don't trust people who eat crayons, Johnny? Well, you need to be a bit more open-minded, mate. I'm joking. It's fucking Brad. Where have you been? Thanks, Tom. Right. Detroit, Otto, Detroit. Yes, I'm in the UK. North of England, let's say. Yes. I'm just catching up with the comments. Pursuer's found a ducky. Brad, okay. Lucky ducky. God, shut up, Brad. I can't keep reading these things. Oh, my God. I can't believe I'm saying these things. Do not eat it. Johnny's saying, do not eat the duck. I'm not a Londoner, Otto, Detroit. No, this is a northern accent. The Cockney accent or an accent from London, the Queen's English, would sound a lot different to what I sound like. For sure, since I haven't been on my phone in days. Google Chrome. Hi, Google Chrome. Welcome back. Hello, am I an autism? Don't know about that. For sure, it's lying. Right. I'm going through the comments here. Dear saying, mate, I'm so sorry. I've only just found this channel, but it's epic. Oh, thanks, dear. I've just scrolled down. You've got the right personality for YouTube for sure, but I've got an early start tomorrow, so I've got to say goodbye. Good night. Yeah, yeah. Don't blame me. You've got work tomorrow, of course. Nice to meet you, by the way. And hope that your week goes well, dear. Hope that your week goes well. Thank you for sharing your stories and your perspectives. Anyway, I'll go back to the comments, guys. It's just that silly that I'm not reading them. Sanderson in love and respect to dear. But sure says, yes, Sandy, you're actually growing on me. You're hilarious. Dear then saying, good to meet you too. Night all. You're a great bunch. Yeah, thanks, dear. You're more than welcome to come back on here again whenever you get the chance. That's all good. Sending love and respect. And thank you for doing the great work that you're doing. She was saying, I tasted like plastic. Okay. Oh, God. What time are we on now? I don't even know what time it is. I need to stop, I think. I need to stop. I'm tired. I think I'm done. Right, guys. I'm going to be live on Sunday. I'm going to be live more this week because I've got the week off. So I'm going to make the best of the time I have. It's 5 to 12. Yeah, I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to get some sleep. Thank you for watching. Nice to see you all here again. It's been great speaking to you. It's good to just chat shit sometimes. It really is. It's good to just not. Things don't always have to be serious all the time, do they? In my opinion. Johnny saying, have you tried to lick the feet of frogs, Pursuer? Worth a try, Johnny. Worth a try. Be rude not to. I'm going to get some sleep. Yeah, good night, Johnny. Good night, Dawn. Good night, Pursuer. Good night, Dear. Good night, Yorick. Good night, anyone else that's watching. Thank you to anyone that's liked and subscribed. I'll be live again soon. I'll try to do tomorrow night, but I can't promise. I'll see what I can do. If anyone's got any suggestions about what they want me to talk about, then just comment on one of my videos or write something in the community on the community post. And that's it. That's it. So yeah, thank you for your time. Get a good night's sleep. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your week. So good night and goodbye.